Here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I want a way I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch.
In my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many once, I just so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I mean, with the rate console prices are going, pretty soon you're going to be forced to buy a fucking PC as opposed to a console. Shit. Yo, this trailer is so good.
I ask you, do you want to come out of the darkness and become a pure nation?
Oh, morning, darling. How you doing?
I ask you, are you ready for great changes under the guidance of a great leader?
I don't think that's GTA 6's fault. That's all them damn AI videos. All them damn AI videos skyrocketing RAM. I'm happy they getting shut down, honestly.
If you are, then wake up and open the door for the Novorite.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up.
This new? No, we've seen this one. Good trailer, but I ain't looking to rewatch it. I thought this was a new trailer. What was this? Garbage. Garbage. Ooh, construction simulator. Oh boy.
Not yet rated. Hey there, construction simulator fans. I'm René from Weltenbauer, and today I have a very special message for all of you. More than a decade ago, we embarked on an exciting journey to create the most authentic and realistic construction simulation experience possible. Along the way, we worked hard, faced challenges, sweated over details, patched countless things, and continuously expanded the series with new brands and new features. And in the end, we achieved something truly remarkable. But none of this would have been possible without your feedback, your dedication, and your incredible support throughout the years. You are the reason we keep pushing ourselves and the series to new heights. Thank you for everything. Today, I'm beyond excited to unveil the next chapter in the Construction Simulator franchise. The biggest leap we have ever taken with the series.
Really?
So, let's get to work.
Man, these guys have been putting their fucking ass to the pedal and getting these games pumped out like crazy. Like, they have been pumping games out constantly, these simulator games. Bro, the only developer I know that can make being on a construction site sound badass. That looks really authentic, though. Like, look at that. Look at how realistic that is. That's actually kind of impressive.
Construction Simulator Evolution. Coming 2026.
Yo, let's go.
Now.
PlayStation.
Oh, how's it going, Nigel?
So I think
Morning.
what sets Cause Loop apart is how inseparable its gameplay and the narrative feel. Because the puzzles, they aren't just the world blends ancient mystery with this hard sci-fi in a way that feels archaeological rather than sterile. It's really hard to describe, but it's all supported by a strong thematic core around themes like identity, control, agency, and altogether it comes across less like a puzzle game, I feel, with a story and more like an introspective sci-fi adventure. And it's a bit inspired by the question, how would a new take on the story adventure genre blend with cerebral puzzle mechanics, right? That's what we try to do. So it's ultimately all about the journey and the meaning behind it for the characters, and all of that is tied directly into gameplay. The first mechanics prototype, all of that happened first, but we always intended to try and merge gameplay within
Slop. Slop. Nope. Slop. Oh, that's nice. Mouse died. Fixed. What did I just open? Damn it. I opened something. Where'd it go? Whatever. The hell is this?
I wake up, same bunk, same time. The station resets, but I don't. The rest of the crew, Jahi, Johnny, Aman, Rafi, are gone. Their rooms untouched, their tools in place, their voices only recordings.
Hard to put into words.
Then there's all the phenomena, where space and time have stretched and teared. It is all connected somehow. My canine unit is the only thing that keeps track. It holds the pieces to a story I still don't understand. And until I do, I'll wake up again.
This kind of looks like a good mystery game.
And again.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that'll be good. I don't think it's going to be very good, though. I don't think it's going to be very good. I'm going to be honest. Oh, that's right! They just announced Xenoverse 3 now. Apparently, it's going to be really good. I haven't played the first two, but I've heard really good things about them. Like, really good things. Copyright. How did I know? How did I know? Wait, is that a saying? Wait, what? Yo, he's got the tail. Who the hell is this? I need to read the manga. Apparently, these are characters from the manga.
Oh yeah!
Oh, low-key, that's kind of cool. So it's like Saiyaman, right? Apparently, this is supposed to take place 200 years after... Z? So I wonder who made the suit.
Nice.
I would assume that Bulma's dead by now. This is a game, by the way. This is not a TV show. This is a game. Ain't he dead?
Just up ahead. Careful though, I might just steal the spotlight myself. Now, here comes the hero.
What was the point of having that nice costume if you were gonna, like, fight without your mask on? What the heck? What the heck was this? I guess that is true. They could just wish Bulma to be, like, young again, huh? Oh.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Wow, you really caught me off guard. You okay?
That's pretty crazy. This one's Xenoverse 2.
It has been a while, huh? We've been through so much. More than I think we ever expected. To get history back on track.
Damn, so they announced in a new trailer and still working on the older game. That's kind of impressive.
All kinds of foes. Time and time again.
The time to repent for your pride is upon you. Seems everyone's doing their best to piss me off!
You have what it takes to stop me.
Make me a god.
The pain's gonna be intense, but I won't let you die from it. That much I can guarantee.
Pretty soon, we'll be gone.
Ooh.
History. The future. Protect it all. This power, it's different from any I've ever had. Think you can keep up? Feel free to try.
What the hell is this? What is this? What's with the, like, crystals coming out of their the left side of their chest? What's this about? I don't get it. I feel like there's an entire, like, lore behind all this shit. And because I don't read the comics, not the comics, the manga, I won't get it. Damn, and they're releasing stuff for Sparking Zero, too? What the fuck, man? They've been busy. Toriyama died, and they were like, yep, time to hype it up the game. Time to bring it all in. Holy shit.
Take this!
Over here!
You're finished! It's just as the Mad Doctor's intended.
Now, my final blow!
What the fuck is that?
Hope to defeat me.
Let's do this!
I want everything you've got! Take this!
Let's do this!
I'll protect
The
the
fuck?
peace of the whole galaxy! Check it! Here goes!
It was you against the universe. You nearly won. I hope you can come back once more, but good.
Your evil can't be allowed to exist in this world.
I'll get you!
Fidel, join me!
I'm on it, Sandman!
Don't you mock me! We're settling this right here and now!
I've come up with a fun new game! I got a favor for ya!
All right, you ready?
You have earned being crushed beneath my feet!
Gotcha!
Bro made himself an oversized target.
Wonderful reward ready for you.
Well, are you ready? I'm not the same anymore.
Damn.
Who you supposed to be?
I'll knock you out in no time flat!
You're going to die, fool.
As I am now, I can more than easily take you on alone!
Oh, Brawly, yeah.
Never forgive you! Time to die!
I'm gonna do it! Put it all into this next attack!
Let's do it!
What the fuck was that?
I'll protect you. Don't worry.
Oh, what? They had crippled Gohan too? What? No way.
It's okay. I'll protect
Look
you.
at that. It's crippled Gohan.
Don't worry.
Thought he died.
Don't worry, Lord Frieza. I'll take care of everything!
Fuck is that transformation? What is that? Dude, what are these fucking characters? I know him. But who the hell is this? What is this transformation? That's not the, like, gorilla mode. What is this? His hair's red. Is it?
Ultra Big Bang! Kamehameha!
That sounds like Vegeta and Goku.
Break through the limit!
That's Brawly. That was reincarnated Boo. Ader. I don't know any of these fucking characters. That kind of looks like Android 16. I've seen him around a bit. Him. He looks like Android 16. Well, this stream is cooked. I didn't even pay attention to the fucking music in the background, bro. Damn it. Holy shit. And Dragon Ball Z Fighter 2. Dude, what the fuck? Man, they've been busy. And they brought it to Genshin Impact too? Or Genshin Squadra? Damn, they have been busy. What the fuck? Toriyama kicked the bucket and they were like, send it. Send it. They were like, send it.
This guy's not gonna be easy to take down.
God damn.
Thanks for pushing me to my limit. I trained harder because of you. Too bad for
God damn, Boo's getting his ass handed to him now.
Two Super Saiyan 4s, huh? This should be fun.
Oh, so that is.
Challenge. This is where the fight ends. Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha! This is the power of Super Saiyan 4.
I didn't even realize that thing had a fucking name. I didn't even get through. Oh, God damn, how many times you gotta change his pants, bro? Bro's got a fucking pair of pants for every day of the month. Jesus. What the fuck? That's just awful. Is that everything? I think that's everything, ain't it? Oh no, there's a couple more. There's a couple more.
1868. Japan stands at the edge of an era, and the old world is burning. Shadow of the Road is a story.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pink.
Driven turn-based RPG.
Oh
during the fall of
God!
Japan's feudal era.
Oh
An
God!
vision of the
Oh! Oh fuck! Oh, what the fuck? Disgusting! Can't just drop that kind of information on me, man. You gotta lead me on first, goddammit. This turn-based RPG. Ugh! Okay, it looks like that's everything. Let's get the hell out of that. Okay. So I saw a little bit of this over the weekend. A principal stopped a school shooter. And he was given prom king. W principal, by the way. W principal. This is absolutely an inspiration.
A hero. And I mean that in the truest sense of the word. I'm not using
absolutely 100%. They need to be giving this man medals.
Goosey as like a meme or a joke. Local Redditor posts Big Chungus under Ubisoft tweet, what a hero. I mean a legitimate, selfless act of bravery that led to lives being saved.
By the way, he got shot in the leg. This principal not only disarmed, he got the gun away from the guy. He was shot in the leg.
It's a story that I feel flew under a lot of people's radars, but I think this kind of selfless heroism needs to be something that's applauded and talked about extensively, because this is rare and it is special. In Oklahoma this week, a principal named Kirk Moore tackled a school shooter and in the process got himself shot.
Heart-stopping video shows a heroic Oklahoma high school principal tackling a Columbine-obsessed ex-student moments after allegedly being shot. 60-year-old Kirk Moore charged at 20-year-old Victor Lee Hawkins, who was armed with
Capital punishment, public execution. Done. Get rid of it. They caught it on camera. They knew what he was going to do. Instantaneous death penalty.
with 2 loaded semi-automatic pistols in the lobby of Pauls Valley High School last Tuesday.
He went to the wrong fucking school. Get fucked, loser.
Afternoon, a moment that was caught on.
Here we go. Here we go.
A beautiful tackle from Principal Moore right there, putting it on the numbers, looking like Derek Brooks in his prime. I feel like he was even fishing for a pseudo Goldberg spear there for a moment, and it was
to the ground before trying to fire
there
at
he
one
is.
student in the lobby.
That's the shooter.
Documents reportedly revealed. The crazed gunman's weapon malfunctioned before he aimed his pistol at another student, who begged him not to open fire.
So according to the reports, the deranged gunman came in, ordered the students onto the ground, and attempted to shoot one of them, but the gun malfunctioned. He then cleared the malfunction, and it is at that moment where Principal Moore charged at him and then got shot in the process. Now, he said that he didn't like the principal, he was no fan of Principal Moore and wanted to kill him, but it wasn't just him that he was there to execute. He wasn't there on like an assassination mission just for the principal. What he wanted to do was conduct his own Columbine mass school shooting. He admitted to going to the school with 2 firearms which belonged to his father and said his intention was to kill students, faculty members, Moore, and himself.
Moore, who has worked in the school district for more than 35 years, rushed to the school lobby to investigate the commotion. Hawkins was seen pointing his weapon at Moore's head and firing a shot, which struck the educator's right leg before he was tackled.
Yo,
the principal
W principal, man.
Of the gunman toward a bench before getting on top of him, while the terrified student fled. Moore pinned down Hawkins' right hand, stopping him from firing his pistol before the weapon dropped onto the floor. Another adult male wearing a red shirt and beige pants sprinted into the shot before helping Moore and kicking the gun away.
You can see the gun was pointed directly at Principal Moore's noggin.
He fucking rhinoed that bitch. Yo, W principal.
It is a miracle that it missed and hit his leg instead. Because that easily could have just been curtains right then and there. But the heavy balls on Principal Moore could anchor a cruise ship. Holy cannoli. So he charges at him. Again, putting his life on the line to protect the students there. Tackles him to that bench, and then he uses like fucking Viltrumite level strength to pin him there. The way he like grabs his skull, I thought he was gonna pop it like a scene out of
He should have popped that fucker's skull.
Or something right there. He's got him like fully immobilized there with his grip strength, and then squeezes his arm until he eventually drops the gun.
Hawkins has been charged.
I bet that old man was gonna break that fucker's arm. How much y'all want to make a bet he had a death grip on that arm? Bro was going nowhere once he got down.
And other firearm-related charges, and will appear in court.
Oh, morning, everybody.
Meanwhile, Moore said he's healthy and recovering after being hospitalized.
In every sense of the word, Principal Moore is a hero.
Yeah. Why isn't this man getting pinned with medals right now, bro?
Who knows how many lives he saved that?
Oh, exactly.
And he did so while putting his own life on the line to protect them. That is the most commendable action a human being can take. He exemplified true, selfless bravery in the interest of protecting others. And in the process, he did get shot, and he made a pretty fast recovery. He actually even went to the prom that happened.
He from what I understand, is he actually got the prom king. They gave him the prom king.
Last night, where the students crowned him prom king.
That's
appreciative of his willingness to put his life on the line to protect them. It was an extremely wholesome moment, really. Anyway, I just wanted to yap about this a little bit.
Yo, W principal. W principal. Absolutely legendary principal, by the way. Okay. So the Basement Baby made an update video. the guy that made the original video to try and smear campaign Sykkuno made an apology video. And, well, let's just say the internet's not having it.
I have never seen something like this happen with an expose, where this guy gets exposed for talking to like 50 different girls. Then everybody finds out that, you know...
Conspiracy, okay, this document... But I was told by someone in the know that Sykkuno might release a joint statement with his girlfriend, so I chose to wait for that first. This in regard to my last video about Sykkuno. I want to clarify how this video came to be, while also taking accountability and apologizing for the mistakes that I made. At the same time, I also want to clear up some misinformation spread about me over the last few days. This video was meant to come out a bit earlier, but I was told by someone in the know that Sykkuno might release a joint statement with his girlfriend, so I chose...
Bullshit, you fucking liar. This video was not going to come out earlier. You had no idea what you didn't give a shit up until Sykkuno made that statement. Bullshit. You're a fucking liar, dude.
To wait for that first, just in case. I'll also be going through that later in the video.
Yeah.
So, how did this all begin? Well, for me, it was on April 7th when I was reached out to by Mal for the first time. I was told that a Google Doc was released...
So she reached out to him to complain about it?
Soon about a big content creator. And this is when I was asked if I wanted access to it early to maybe make a video about it. The document was going to publicly release...
Which is exactly, by the way, just real quick, this is exactly what I predicted. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
10th, anyway. This means that this wasn't some grand conspiracy, okay? This document was going to release with or without me.
7 days
while,
after
yes,
Patreon
rumors of Sykkuno's behavior have been floating around for a while now between certain content creator circles. None of this was going to really convince me to make an early video. If you've watched my channel before, then you'd know that I'm someone who highly values both sides of the story. It's actually something that I always implore you to do before forming your own opinions. And while I do receive so many DMs about scoops or exclusive info about certain topics, I mostly never take them. Always choosing to wait for things to unfold in public first before making my videos. What made the situation special, though, was the 17-minute...
What made the situation special is that this girl came to you after she got clapped during the clapping and wanted to ruin somebody who was famous and successful. Well, big surprise that all you managed to do is ruin your own career, well, and ruin and attempt to ruin somebody that genuinely is only guilty of cheating because of the language and wording that you used in your own video.
Video recording of the voice call between Mal and Sykkuno. My logic here was simple. It was me thinking that we already had the other side of the story.
How much y'all want to bet that she gave it up to him to publish this video? Or how much y'all want to make a bet? Probably not at all, huh? He probably ended up ruining his own YouTube career for nothing.
It was Sykkuno admitting to his wrongdoings in the most raw and unfiltered way possible. So I figured that was enough. At the same time, I thought that since my channel had grown exponentially, don't ask me how or why because I have no idea, I could maybe use my platform for a good cause, spreading awareness about Sykkuno's behavior so that no one else gets tricked into being a homewrecker against their will.
Homewrecker, bro. Homewrecker is reserved for people that are fucking married, man. Jesus fucking Christ. You do realize that homewrecker is reserved for, number one, it's reserved for people that are fucking married with kids. And number two, it's not towards the cheater, it's towards the girl that cheated with somebody in a relationship. Homewrecker is what you would call the girl that reached out to you, dumb fuck. Do you not know what that definition stands for? Like, if I was in a relationship and I cheated on a girl, cheated on my girl with another girl, that girl that I cheated with is the homewrecker. Like, what are you doing?
In parallel, encouraging others who have been wronged by him to finally speak up. Additionally, seeing that the person speaking up was doing so from a small account, I figured I could help amplify that message to spread maximum awareness. Now,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with you making a video about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with him doing that. I think that people are always going to look at something like that as being kind of like a, it's going to be kind of like, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It's like, it's opportunistic. They will look at it as being opportunistic. I think that the problem is that
I mean, it may be wrong, but I've just always heard it in that context. Like, that's always the way I've heard it used. I mean, maybe it has like a dual purpose, but I've always heard it used in that specific way.
You framed it in a way that, you know, you call the guy a predator, right? I mean, like, that's a crazy...
Everybody that goes to the internet and looks at the word predator knows exactly what it's fucking meaning. That's the problem. That's another... Like, it's this... Well, I use the definition of predator. Bro, when you use it on the internet, you're not fooling anybody when you use it, man. You could sit here and be like, well, I use the Everybody that looks at that word immediately thinks like a child, you know. So, like, don't sit here and twist this shit, man. Stop
word
it.
to use for an adult male who has consensual sex with adult females. Like, that's a crazy word to use for that situation.
Exactly.
Yes, some people could definitely argue that I was desperate for a topic to bring in views, but to me it didn't matter because...
Well, it was obvious. That's exactly what it was. I mean...
I was already lucky enough to be able to cover niche topics I enjoy and still somehow reach over 1 million views on them.
Yeah,
Again, don't ask me how because I don't know, but that was just the reality. Here's the thing though. Releasing the video around the same time as the document meant that I was taking a substantial risk by putting my channel's reputation on the line. I knew this, even at the time.
I don't like this framing because it seems to me like what you're saying is that you take a risk. Well, why is it a risk? Because the public sentiment could be different. Well, why would the public sentiment?
See, that's a good point to bring up. That's a really good point to bring up. So you're willing to go with the crowd as opposed to protecting somebody. Like, let's say that the public sentiment is bad for a person, yet the person didn't do anything wrong. Like Imaru and the situation with the with that political person that tried to ask her what her political view was, and she said, if you're on a cosplay and gaming girl channel looking for politics, you should get off the internet. And the backlash for that was absolutely fucking ridiculous towards Imaru. I would never stand for that. I don't care about the fucking public sentiment. Fuck the public sentiment. I don't give a fuck about that. What she said was the truth. This is the problem with the internet right here. Just because you want to go with the grain and be a fucking echo chamber, this is just bad. This is bad. This is the reason why we got so much goddamn misinformation spreading all around the fucking internet right here. Just another person that just wants to go with the rest of it, just wants to fucking follow everybody else. It really defines that whole, like, if they jump off a bridge, would you? Like, if they jump off a cliff, would you? Come on. Jesus Christ. Grow a fucking brain, bro.
Doesn't matter. If you think that what you're saying is accurate, then it shouldn't matter what the people think.
Exactly.
Like, I make videos after it becomes public and people know. Like, I think that there's a lot of people that there are so many slaves to consensus that we have where, like, you come out and you take a firm stance on something that you think was wrong, and then the public sentiment is slightly different, and now there's a problem. Like, you should stand by it. If you think that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like, you shouldn't go and act like, well, I didn't really think that or whatever. I mean, I think that there's a lot of these commentary creators. This is, like, really common. And I'm not going to call it anybody by name, right? I don't think it's, like, any one person. I think it's just, like, a general make that decision for
ability for, which is why we're here today. The first mistake can be found in the intro of the video, and it's me using the word predator. Oh. Yes, it was my idea, and the logic behind it was me trying to encompass everything. Like
the logic behind it was you trying to hit a bunch of keywords for the internet. You wanted to make somebody... It was a clickbaity, immediate start to a video that you knew damn good and well was going to be taken out of context and in a wrong light. Because you were trying to spin the narrative in that video to be that Sykkuno was a predator and that he had made a bunch of these victims, even though it was a bunch of consenting adults that were hoes. I mean, anytime that a girl says, oh, well, you know, I don't usually do that with somebody that I don't date, they're trying to be in a relationship with you. That's absolutely what it is. They were trying to snap him up. That's what they were trying to do. And this hoe-ass bitch that did this to him, that sat there on that video call for 30 fucking minutes and tried to sit there and berate him immediately was like, oh yeah, you could keep contacting me. You can keep contacting me. That's okay. I just will never forgive you for what you did to my friend. Bitch, you never gave a fuck about your friend. If you gave a fuck about your friend, you would have asked her what her feelings were. You would have went out and asked her and showed her and talked to her prior to trying to give this to some fucking person trying to get poon on the other side of the fucking internet. What are you talking about? You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. He's trying to break up. He's trying to make them break up so that way you can swoop in and try and snatch him up. He's a good-looking guy with a fuckload of money, and guess what? It all backfired on you bitch asses.
Cheating, lying, and deliberate targeting of smaller content creators into one word. Before using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple dictionaries,
Melissa.
which said things like a person or an organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage, or one who injures or exploits others for personal gain or profit. Due to this, I had to come to the conclusion that, yeah, this word fits. I'd find out.
This is an intentional oversimplification.
If you use predator on the internet or as a title, everybody knows what the fuck you're doing. Stop. I don't give a fuck what the fucking definition is. There were no victims in this. There were a bunch of consenting adults that sure were lied to, but they're not fucking victims. They're not. You were trying to spin a predator narrative into this video, and when you use the word predator, everyone knows what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Stop it. Stop.
I think it's a dishonest, intentional oversimplification. We all know that words carry different context and pretexts inside of a conversation.
Yep.
And I think that when you use that, it's confirmed the girl opened a Patreon 10 days before the expose was dropped. This is starting post. The rest is kind of NSFW. Well, oh my God. So this was 10 days before she put out the twit longer about Saikuno. Thank you for being my little organ donor. It makes me so happy to see you here. I hope we can have many fun moments and I can comfort you when you feel down. I've been shy to finally make a Patreon, but I finally did. It's something I'll have to get used to, so please understand and bear with me as I learn how to make you guys the happiest I can. I'll be posting a lot of pictures of cosplays that I don't post on Twitter, and I'll be making ASMR for the first.
So she had to pre-plan for all this shit going south. She had to pre-plan for all this shit turning into a dumpster fire.
Time as well. Oh my God. I
Damn.
mean, this is a little bit, it's contextual, not definitional. Yeah, because like the thing is that, I mean, for example, like, I don't know. I think that, like, for example, the way that people use the word pedophile, I think that they overuse that term in a lot of cases in order to establish a moral high ground that can't be questioned. And I think that predator, to a greater extent, is misappropriated on a regular basis. In my opinion...
And you know why that is? It's YouTube's fault. It's YouTube. That's why. Because if you can just say a pedophile the right way, you wouldn't have to skirt around it and use different words for it. That's why. That's why. If YouTube would stop trying to censor every goddamn thing for a bunch of fucking kids that are going to hear way worse at public school and just let it be what it is, then there wouldn't be this weird fucking tiptoe and eggshell around every goddamn word in the goddamn dictionary. That's why. I'll tell you exactly why that is.
And a person is not a predator when they respect, like, consent has to be violated for somebody to be a predator.
Quickly afterwards, though, that for many people, that word is only reserved to describe pedophiles or sexual predators, which made a substantial amount of people feel misled after watching the intro of my video. It made it seem like a hit piece, exaggerating things, and it also made it seem like Saikuno had committed very serious crimes, enough to land him in a...
Crimes? He didn't do anything wrong, bozo. They weren't even married. In some states, if you're married and you cheat, that you fall under like some kind of weird law. He's not even fucking with the dude. What do you mean?
High security prison or something. That clearly wasn't the case. That was not my intention at all, and I'm sorry for that. From now on, I'll only use that word to refer to pedophiles or sexual predators. That's it. No exceptions. I'd also like to say that yes.
Oh, wow. Man, that's crazy. What are you, like 30? And you're just now saying that? That's crazy.
The video was rushed. It simply didn't meet the quality standard that you'd expect of me, and that's without even mentioning that it was clearly biased and didn't attempt to see different viewpoints. There's a reason I don't typically
You could have like reached out to the girlfriend and asked her what her feelings on the matter are, and you could have asked her, "Hey, is it okay if I publish this? Because I'm kind of airing out your dirty fucking laundry."
out to people
She obviously would have said no.
Involved in public incidents.
That's why he did it.
It's very easy to form bias after you communicate directly with them. It's just human. So yeah,
It's just crazy to me that this dude at the ass end of the internet tried to spin a narrative of Sykkuno being a predator without, like, oh, the victims, but what about the girlfriend? You didn't even attain consent from her, but you're doing this for her? How does that even, like, hello? Bro, you got played. Sykkuno played those girls, and those girls played you like a fucking fiddle. You really see the food chain in this. You got the basement baby getting the ass into the stick because he's willing to do anything to get that poon. You know what I'm saying? That's why he did it. That's why he did it. I hate to break it to you, these girls would never be interested in you. You know why? Because you're the nerd and they're banging the high school bully. That's why. That's why.
Said at the end of her call with Sykkuno was off-putting, and it wouldn't have hurt for me to point that out. I get that. I was instead more focused on Sykkuno's admittance of guilt. I'm sorry for letting you guys
You mean
down
her still wanting to be friends with him? Yeah, of course.
in that regard. You trust me with a certain quality standard, and I just couldn't deliver it this time. And that's on me. I also want to apologize to Sykkuno's girlfriend. In the 17-minute video of the voice recording, there was one frame, which represents 1/60th of a second that wasn't blurred. And it leaked to the group chat she was in when she found out that Sykkuno had been cheating on her with multiple people. This frame was...
So this jackass leaked the fucking group chat that they were in, and that's how she found out Sykkuno was cheating on her. Bro, what a fucking imbecile.
Was enough for certain individuals to confirm her username, and it impeded on her privacy. I was not
Jesus Christ. So they had to delete the entire group chat because of this, man.
the one who
The hell?
handled blurring it, but I still included the entire thing in my own video and completely missed that detail. So
You
I
know
take
why
full
you missed it?
responsibility.
Because you didn't, if you had sat down and watched that video yourself instead of handing it off to two editors, you probably would have come to the realization that this is probably gonna implode. The hell were you thinking?
For that. I'm sorry. Now look, with all that being
Like,
said,
oops.
apologies are great, but there's no use presenting
Oops.
them if there's no attempt to act on them.
My bad.
And that's exactly what I intend to do. But first, I want to go through some misinfo that was spread about me in recent days and set the record straight.
Let's see it.
When the video first released, XQC reacted
Man, that sly dog, boy. That fucking French Canadian is a legend, bro. Get him, XQC.
to it almost immediately and would spend his time defending Sykkuno while trying to undermine the things he's done to people. He would also comment
Undermined what, dude? Bro single-handedly led the clapping of the generation, bro. All right? Bro fucking dominated that poon. Like, dude.
comment. He'd make it seem like my problem with Sykkuno's behavior had to do with the lack of clout of the women he reached out to. In any case, what would happen...
I would say that's a fair criticism, and I think that you did frame Sykkuno as using a perceived power imbalance inside of the industry.
But Sykkuno never emphasized that. He never once said, hey, I'll get you some more views if you do this for me. And there's a reason why none of these girls released any of their messages and it's only word of mouth. You don't see any of the messages prior to this. You see like one, but like everything else is that Sykkuno has a way of talking that allows the women that he's talking to come to their own conclusion. They come to their own conclusion, and he barely has to say anything. Because he knows that they are desperate to be with him. And that's the thing. And I guess that's what makes him predatory. But nah, dude, that's the game right there. When you're successful, you're rich, and you're handsome, it's gonna happen. But the minute that they're like, but you said all these things, and really what it was them coming to the conclusion, that's not the same thing. They came to their own conclusions, they opened their legs up, they let it happen, that's on them.
In order to leverage that to have a relationship with these girls. I think that was indicated in the video. I think that's accurate.
Exactly. Gold diggers be mad. If it was any average Joe on the side of the road, these girls wouldn't even give them the time of day. So don't even sit here and act like they're the victims of anything. Seriously. They both pieces of shit. Sykkuno's a piece of shit for cheating, and they're a bunch of fucking homewreckers that just want his money. Like, let's be fucking honest here. They're mad they can't have him, and then they tried to do this whole fucking thing to make him break up with her, and it failed. And the entire internet turned on him.
Narrative that would form saying that I deleted his comment because I couldn't handle.
That's what happens when you air out someone's underwear, all right?
As you can see, that's false. It's still right here, along with all the wonderful comments left by his community, too. I really don't know why he and some other content creators tried so hard to defend Sykkuno's behavior, as if he was their long-lost brother or something.
Here's the reason why, and I can speak.
If somebody's gonna do it, it has to be somebody that's way more humble and not ready to call the people that got clapped victims, and who is able to see it for what it is. You should have been scrutinizing the girl for trying to get you to make a video about it. That's what you should have been doing. Because this shit was so obvious from the start what was going on here.
Because somebody else who, like, I didn't really even entirely defend them. I criticize a lot of things, but like,
and that's how I know this guy was the nerd in high school. Did it all for the pretty girls, but then not a single one of them touch him.
I think here's the reason why people were critical of it. The reason why is because he didn't do anything that was non-consensual, and the things that happened between him and these girls were private, and I don't think that a lot of people want to have their sexual history and their sexual misgivings be broadcast to the public unless they're inside of the spectrum of illegal activity. And I think that the moment that you do that with especially a famous person or somebody who's well known, I think that it makes a lot of other people uncomfortable because they're worried that now you're creating an ecosystem and a culture around exposing people's sexuality and like their sexual history and other types of private information and private, experiences to the whole world. And you're creating a reward structure and ecosystem around doing it in a way that is not illegal, and it is not even borderline on illegal. And that's another very big difference, right? It's not like any of this is like, oh, it was kind of bad, but it was gray. None of this was even gray. It was purely black and white, and none of it was bad. So in terms of like a legal perspective, right? So that's the reason why people were so defensive about it, because they don't want to have videos made about themselves when some ex-girlfriend frames things in a way, and then they have some YouTuber making a video that gets 1 million views.
A good example of this, the Johnny Depp trial. My dog stepped on a bee, so I shit on his side of the bed. The fuck? How'd you come to that conclusion? Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this girl was mad because she couldn't have Sykkuno, so she tried to stir up this commotion. Every girl that had this happen to them moved on from it, except for 2, but thinking that they were going to get a bunch of clout from it. There were 2 girls, one of them that started it, and the other one that tried to cash into that clout. And I'd imagine both of their YouTubes are completely thrashed now. Just like Sykkuno. Never mind, let me stop.
Editor. Like, that's the reason why. It's purely, like, people, and this is the thing, they put themselves in that situation, and they say, how would I feel if this happened to me? And, I did this, and that would be crazy. That's the reason why.
All I know is that cheating has been shunned by humanity for thousands of years, regardless of gender. Maybe normal.
Bro, you full of shit. You a fucking idiot. You dumb as hell. Bro, thousands of years, there have been kings that have banged many a hoe. Many holes have been filled in thousands of years, even though the queen knew about it. Don't sit here, oh, but for that, bro, like, you used to be able to have like 7 wives. What are you on about, bro? What you talking about, guy? Huh? What do you mean?
Normalizing it now.
Well, so is, I mean, like, again, like, I think this is true, definitely. Well, actually, well, let me just, I mean, it's not even a relevant point.
It's probably a bad idea, but hey, you're free to form your own opinion.
Yeah.
Go for it. Next, some people tried to claim that I changed my video's title because I was scared of a defamation lawsuit from Sykkuno.
No.
Sure, a random lawyer from Fiverr might claim that, but it's false. Here's a neat trick. You can go to a website like viewstats.com.
But he did change the title. So he did change the title. Why would you have to change the title?
Any channel, we'll pick, I don't know, Mr. Beast, click on a video, and you'll actually be able to see any thumbnail or title changes since upload. Pretty cool, right? Now, if you were to do that with my video, you'd see that there were no thumbnail or title changes whatsoever since upload. So that's false. And look, defamation...
He could have pulled it down. He could have pulled the video down and just put it back up. I mean...
Go back, look at this here. I mean, there's only 4 or 5 data points in each day. I mean, this doesn't actually even like, I don't even think this matters, but like, if you want to get down into the truth.
That were affected by Sykkuno's action.
He's had so far is that he didn't reframe it. And so the not reframing it in a way that...
Period. And finally, when it comes to misinfo, there's also something else that honestly doesn't deserve attention at all, but I'll still mention it. And it's this weird rumor or fan fiction that some people made up saying that I only made this video to try and get with the women that were affected by Sykkuno's action.
Man, oh man, oh man. Don't you just love that it comes back full circle? Remember, guys, we're the Nazis because we're not seeing their point of view. We're not seeing their point of view. We're the retards. But this guy's making an expose video calling a guy a pedo, for the most part, a predator, and is releasing this woman's dirty laundry, not even asking her for consent. But we're supposed to be this person? Really, guy? Really? That's interesting. Very interesting. At least I'm smart enough to see which way the wind blows.
Oh, God. Right. Okay, sure.
Anyone who knows me or has ever spoken with me in the
Nobody knows you. You don't know somebody from just speaking with them. This misconception that people know somebody just because they talk to them. Bro, I could be like a mass murderer. You guys on the internet would never know about it. How many of y'all knew friends in high school that went back to that school and shot it up? Well, that's not a good example. Like, you don't know somebody until you've lived with them. Like, this whole mentality of like, well, this guy thinks that and that guy thinks this. No, they don't. What you see in front of you and what you see behind closed doors, for the most part, are two completely different people. A good example is Asmongold. He says, oh, I don't really shower. I use a knife to scrape my skin. And the internet's like, oh, how could you believe this guy? How could you believe him? Because he doesn't take showers. How do you know he doesn't take showers? Because he says it? How do you know that's not just an online persona? Have you lived with him? Have you lived with him? No? Okay, well then you fell for it. You were effectively this person. What? Dude, nobody knows you. Doesn't matter how many times you turn that camera on and go live or do whatever. Nobody fucking knows you. Like,
the creation sphere knows that I never even attempt to flirt. I keep things strictly professional. I take my platform very seriously and would never seek to use it in that way. It's simply not who I am. It's obviously also
I don't know where this brain dead fucking mentality came from. Well, you've talked to me before on Discord once like 30 years ago. So you know me. You know me, guys. How could you think this to me? Nobody knows you unless you live with that person. Nobody knows you unless they've lived with you. You could be dating somebody for years. You move in with them, and that entire time, their own apartment has been clean. And then you move in with them and they live like a fucking slob. Because every time you went over, you called before you got there. So they were able to tidy up the apartment. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
Respectful to anyone who was hurt by Sykkuno's actions, but it's not like the people peddling these rumors cared about them to begin with. All right, so next up we have
was anybody that was like a legitimate person saying that, or were there just Twitter accounts saying that?
Joint statement that was posted by Sykkuno and
who was
his
actually
girlfriend.
saying this?
The first half would be written by Sykkuno. In it, he'd reiterate that he lied to people about being single and that he has been unfaithful to his girlfriend.
Yeah, sure.
He'd apologize and say that he'd be taking a break from...
Okay. That makes him a liar. That doesn't make him a predator. A predator is whenever you are preying on somebody that is literally too stupid, no, not too stupid, but too young to give consent. Or like Epstein. Epstein was the definition of a fucking predator. But when you a grown-ass adult, I hate to break it to you, but you've got some mental fortification there that you're just not aware of.
Streaming in order to better himself.
Wow.
He'd also call out anyone trying to frame him with false accusations.
Wow.
So yeah, as you can see, not much has changed. He's already admitted to these things in the voice call with Mal. When it comes to false accusations though, yes, there are stories that have circulated for years among some VTubers that accuse Sykkuno of doing worse than cheating. At this point though, it is not up to me to say whether it's true or not, just pointing out what he might be referring to. He could also be referring to the word predator, which I already apologized for. Now, the second half of this statement...
Also, that one girl that came out and told that story that was framed in a way that I would never sleep with somebody who wasn't, like, I mean, she framed it in a way that would lead people to believe that something happened that was non-consensual. I think that's a fair analysis.
Statement would be written by his girlfriend. She'd express how hard this has all been on her, and how hurt she felt over not having a choice on whether this went public or not, saying that she understands that many people were hurt, but that her feelings felt like they weren't really considered.
This whole story is lame. One girl got cheated on, and a bunch of hoes got played. That's all this is.
Based! Based!
Based?
She'd call out people who sought to use this incident for profit and would say that even prior to this going public, she was already trying to work through things with Sykkuno in order to repair their relationship.
What a fucking
directly
joke.
hurt their partner, made them
Seriously,
depressed.
What a fucking joke this has all been. Let's move on from this. This is fucking stupid.
Again? Oh my, are you kidding me?
And I think it just hurt me to hear specifically that reaction to someone speaking about their culture. It just reminded me.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. If your culture is interrupting the state.
If you come to a country, or you're in a country where you have somebody, just imagine if that was the opera. Just imagine if that was like an actual play where you needed silence in order to fulfill your lines and dialogue. And you had this fucking schizo at the ass end of the room trying to push some weird culture bullshit to try to own the entire fucking stage. You know what would happen to that person? They'd be escorted off the fucking premises. Don't even give this the time of day. It's fucking annoying.
You need to leave that back at home.
Context.
I think I heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? I don't like it.
My culture!
That's your culture, is yodeling?
This whole idea that, well, because this is what my culture does, so it's okay? No.
You know when you're in middle school and you bring like your ethnic food and
Sorry, but if your culture uses bombs to handshake with people, it might be a problem culture. You never know, guys. We might just have to send the bombs back.
people are smelling it and they're like, what is that? That smells weird.
Was this like unresolved trauma?
I think it's maybe just a good, one, learning opportunity, and two, moment for...
I think this is a good analogy for mankind right here. You see, like, whenever a guy goes through, like, some kind of weird experience as a child, everyone tells them to just suck it the fuck up and deal with it. But when a girl goes through something that's similar, they all, like, crowd around her and give her loads of affection and attention. I feel like that's the reason why a lot of these people who just grow up to be absolute schizos, trying to defend a person in a crowd that is sitting there saying this weird, doing this weird shit in the middle of a performance. Bro, if that was a fucking movie theater, that person would be dragged out of there, kicking and screaming. Like, why is this even a fucking thing?
Us to maybe realize we should stop reacting to things that we don't recognize with such negativity.
How's that negative? How's that negative? If you don't like something and you vocalize it, how's that negative? She didn't thrash it. She didn't call it names. She just said she didn't like it. If you don't like something, that's not like, hold on. Let's go full stop here. So if somebody's trying to touch you and you say you don't like it, so we just got to not be negative about it. You apply this to any other fucking context and it's dog shit. It's dog shit. That's what it is. It's dog shit.
I'm gonna react to it really negatively. If it's fucking annoying, I want to get the fuck out of here. I don't care if it's your culture or not. Stop interrupting the performance because you think that you have some sort of like moral ability to do so. How ridiculously selfish.
Just because you don't get it doesn't mean you need to put it down in any way.
Because it's there. She's not going out there and saying like, I'm gonna make a list. Okay, top 5 worst races. All right, number 1.
Bro, yeah, she's not thrashing it. She's not talking shit about it. She's just saying she doesn't like it. That's her opinion. She can have that opinion. That's her opinion. Fuck off.
Is a projection with this.
Oh, well, you need to not do this. You need to. Fuck you. Who are you? Get out of here.
Nick, you ain't funny.
She immediately took to Twitter to try and explain herself. It was definitely not said in a racist or derogatory manner, and I've never said it in a racist way.
No shot. So she had the same kind of shit happen to her?
Or either.
Nick.
I'm Moroccan. I'm North African. It is all that we do. It's my culture. Like,
that's not it at all. No.
It's Arab culture. And she was like, I don't like it. Like, what is this? Just because you don't.
Because it's fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying.
Get it doesn't mean you need to put it down in any way.
They're interrupting the event.
If it's something cultural, whether that's
you know, she's kind of like, I'm not even gonna lie. If I was on stage doing a silent performance like that and somebody did, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what it is. Shut the fuck up. It's annoying. It obviously ruined it. It fucked with her train of thought. She was trying to think about what she was doing, and that bitch was being annoying. Drag her out of there, man. I'd be like, yo. Get her out of here. Shut her the fuck up.
You can do anything that you want. This is the most brain dead, dumb fuck PR. I waited for the consensus on this, and it's just fucking retarded. No, if your culture says I get to interrupt the performance in the middle of it, then you need to take your culture fucking home. By the way, she thinks that too. The moment that somebody says, my culture says you shouldn't dress that way, women shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z, she's gonna probably have a completely different outlook on it. You're explaining common sense? Well, common sense doesn't matter to these people. Being able to be seen as the person who has the socially aware opinion is what matters.
Unfortunately, we live in such a self-centered, capitalistic society.
Aren't you the rich?
No.
What a joke, bro. What an absolute fucking joke.
Joining us now for tonight.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. I do not like that lady, Ilhan Omar. I do not like her in a dress. I do not like her, in the press. I do not like that lady, Ilhan Omar. We should send her back to her oppressed country. That's what we need to do here. We need to send her ass back home.
Amends disclosure slashes reported assets from millions to under $100,000. Blaming Representative Ilhan Omar amends disclosure slashes reported assets from millions to under $100,000. Blaming an accounting error. What?
For context, this is the illustrious representative.
So we got to do like they were trying to do to Trump since Trump fucked up on an accounting thing. What we got to do is charge her with one extra felony that Trump will, so if Trump got charged with 34 of the same felonies, we got to do the same thing to Ilhan Omar, and that'll be enough felonies to just, denaturalize her and deport her. And there you go. That's how you solve that problem. Think about how good that would be for Trump's reputation if they deport her, and then in her own country, she gets locked up. Like, wouldn't that just be a beautiful thing, guys?
Which we previously covered when Somali Minnesotans voted for Jacob Frey and not her preferred Omar Fateh.
We now have elections in Minneapolis that are being decided by Somalian tribal politics. When a Somalia person comes in, they become a serious one, calling for rival clans to be expelled and pushed out. We will never gain power and move forward as Somalians as long as these people live among us and we don't kick them out. Clash of Clans!
Justice Department and Congress probing her sudden skyrocketing wealth to $30 million in just 1 year. We've got new questions on where...
Well, remember, I've had people in my comments that I've pulled up that said, well, it was her husband. It was her husband. Her husband. Oh, it was her husband. Oh, her husband. Then why is this happening? Oh, maybe because it wasn't her husband?
She and her husband got all that money.
There's another word for it called crooked. And that's why we have to have an investigation into this. As you know, the Biden administration started examining her finances and then that of her husband.
She was actually asked about this point blank a couple days ago.
But when you look at the increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's companies, you understand why that raises questions for people watching from the outside.
Yeah, but that's again one of the
She got to be careful what you say. If you didn't do nothing wrong, then why are you hesitating? You got to think about what you say. That's why. You remember Crooked Hillary? Man, I guess we did find Hillary type 2, didn't we? Crooked Ilhan Omar. Crooked Omar.
There is no wealth. There are ranges to businesses that he was invested in.
But they say, well, correct me if I'm wrong, because they said you reported a net worth between $6 million and $30 million. But that is a big increase. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah.
I saw that your husband was asked to turn over some documents but didn't comply. So is that true?
From who?
The Department of Justice? I don't know.
The House Oversight Committee and the Government Reform Committee.
There is no oversight.
Yo, that lady is not dealing with her bullshit. That lady is not having it.
The House Oversight Committee and the Government Reform Committee.
That lady is, look at her face. She's like, look here, honey. You lying? You lying?
There is no oversight.
They need to let her run the show. That's what they need. They need to hand her the mic and be like, which obviously something is at her.
The Government Reform Committee.
Mm-hmm. Whatever bullshit that Elon is putting down, this lady is not having it. Bro, them hoops, you gonna have to be doing some big old jumps to get through them hoops, Elon. Let me tell you something. That girl over there dripped out. She ready to take your ass to court.
There is no oversight that the Oversight Committee has over my husband or me.
Well, here's the head of the Oversight Committee the day after this.
We're going to be writing a letter in the morning referring this to the Ethics Committee.
So what did I say that was racist? You know what? It doesn't even matter. You're not even worth the headache. You're not even worth the time. Bye-bye, pissant.
It's a simple investigation, Sean.
Have you ever accidentally thought that you were a multimillionaire?
Oops. That wine company, which went from having a value of 50...
By the way, the wine company, which in her religion, you're not allowed to own, partake, or sell wine in not only her culture, but her religion. So, let that sink in.
1,000 in 2023 to over 5 million just a year later. You go into their site, you can't find the production, you can't find what they're selling.
Ilhan Omar husband winery is called Est Crew LLC. I only found a Facebook page, and when you try accessing their site link, they literally sold the domain. It doesn't exist anymore.
There have been people who've gone to the business and sort of like the Somalis.
You know why? Because YouTubers across the internet did videos on it. They went to the site. They're still up. The videos are still up showing the site and how much of a scam it was and it looked. The site never sold anything, guys. It was a scam. It was another fucking fraudulent scam from somebody who built her career up, allegedly, on a bunch of fraudsters in Minneapolis. I gotta say allegedly because I don't want to deal with the lawsuit. But
in Minneapolis. There's nobody there.
So 6 to 30 million to under 100,000. How in the world does that happen? Well, according to the Wall Street Journal, quote, Abe said that Omar...
I'd fire my accountant. Yeah, who was the accountant that did that? Like, shouldn't you take their accounting license away?
In California, Democrats are taking heat for a new bill they're pushing that one lawmaker has now dubbed.
I smell bullshit in California, boys. That donkey's getting real feisty over there. You're gonna have to go there and take him down.
The Stop Nick Shirley Act. Some people are arguing that the proposed legislation effectively criminalizes investigative journalism. GOP Florida Senator and member of the Homeland Security Committee, Ashley Moody, joins me now. You know, fraud has been a big focus for you when you were AG in Florida, and now that you're a senator here in Washington. Give me your reaction to this. I mean, they're basically saying you can't go out and investigate in the way that Nick Shirley did in Minneapolis.
That's exactly what they're saying. And you know, I remember whenever this bill, and I've said this every time I've covered it, I had so many people that were like, you're dumb. They're rewriting X, Y, and Z. Bro, if you just look at what that bill is saying and you read it, you have other lawmakers saying the exact same thing. You have lawyers saying the same thing. You have other people saying this thing is trying to shut down independent journalists like Nick Shirley. It is so fucking obvious what this is trying to do, and you're not going to fucking mental gymnastic your way out of it. It's not going to work. Everyone can see what it's doing. Everyone knows what they're trying to do, and it needs to be immediately killed before it ever becomes law. Period.
Yeah, this doesn't...
Whenever you have the DOJ in that state working with the senator of the state because they're fucking married, you have a fucking problem there. There's a conflict of interest.
Me at all. A lot of, you know, we're uncovering in these commie criminal havens, let's call them, you know, their policies have bankrupted their states, and they've built that in to these structural deficits like California, I think Massachusetts.
Well, it's funny because it's so obviously true. Like, if you didn't bankrupt your own state, you wouldn't need to be pulling federal money to fund all this illegal bullshit that's going on in the state. Like, without the federal funding, you'd be nothing. You would literally be nothing. You would have no funding whatsoever to even keep up with infrastructure, much less fund the sickly and the elderly in your own city, in your own state, I mean. Like, they bankrupted themselves, and now they're trying to bankrupt the damn country.
Struggling with deficits. All of these policies that they're implementing don't drive real market-driven prosperity. In fact, it wrecks true markets and the ability of a state to thrive, like Florida, right? Compare and contrast. We run a deficit every year. So then they go and cry to the federal government, we need all these grants, we need all this money, and they push that money out to these NGOs and other organizations, which through all kinds of grants, health grants, you name it. You saw some of the stuff coming through COVID, or even green energy during...
You can't even say that. You know why? Are you talking about Arnold? You talking about Arnold? I don't think you're aware, but Arnold wasn't originally from Cali. He was from Australia, I think.
Out billions and billions of dollars. And then when you have Americans like Nick Shirley showing up and saying, where's my taxpayer money going? You're using...
This loser just sits there crying, and I can smell. This loser just sits there crying, and I can smell. What are you smelling? Your own shit? I didn't know smell-o-vision was a thing. That's crazy. So what you're saying is that you're stewing in your own filth and you can smell yourself? Man, you must stink. You must be a stinky boy. Or you should probably go get that asshole cleaned, huh? Oh, wait. I guess when you're just that big of an asshole, it kind of consumes you, doesn't it? Oh, Austria, okay.
So much of it to shield and cover up what you're pushing to, I would say illegally, to illegal immigration or other things. Now they want to cover it up. They want to stop any way of an American taxpayer coming in and demanding transparency. They've already been shutting out Congress and its oversight. They definitely did that during the Biden administration. And now they're seeing Nick Shirley have some success. They're going to try and cover up and block anybody like that from coming in. So it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it does make you wonder, like, what are you hiding that you have to pass a law? Here's Nick Shirley, actually. He was just on with Kaylee.
What do you think they're hiding? These people have tried for damn near 10 years to make an entire voter base of people and holding welfare over their head to make sure that they vote for what the people that are in power want. And now they're all being deported and uncovered in mass amounts of crazy fraud schemes. They are so cooked, it's not even funny.
Where's his reaction to this bill that's sort of named after him?
So if this passes, the fraud's going to continue to get worse and worse. And if I were to go look into the fraud at one of these NGOs, let's say, that receives money.
Oh, by the way, guys, you'll be happy to know that a tweet that was made by Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is also advocating for universal basic income. You know why? Because we all know it's going to happen. That's why. We all know it's going to happen. Just one more thing. One more little check on my board, boys.
For migrants, I could receive a $4,000 civil fine, a $10,000 criminal fine, or a $50,000 felony. They're basically trying to bankrupt journalists from looking into the fraud.
So, all of us journalists, I mean, I've been a journalist since 2006. I know what I can and can't do. I know, where I'm allowed to go, where I'm not allowed to go. And I would think that being on public property the way that Nick Shirley was in Minneapolis is covered by the First Amendment.
He's right. That's the crazy part. You saw those videos that he had posted. A lot of those videos were from public locations. And I hate to break it to you, but if taxpayers are paying for some of these places, and these places aren't military installations, it's considered public property. A park is paid for and funded by taxpayers, and it's public fucking property. Libraries are the same way. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, even recently, whenever Nick Shirley, that video we reacted to yesterday, where he was down in California talking to all these senators, these people that were passing these bills that they weren't fucking reading, and the Stop Nick Shirley Act was in those bills. He didn't once set foot inside of that property. He should be able to follow them all the way to their desk. They're elected officials. Elected by who? The public. That's who. If you have a problem with a fucking senator, you should be able to go and knock on their door and ask them questions. Or maybe, you know what? That may be a little too invasive. Fine. If they have an office, they need to be at their office, and you should be able to go straight in and knock on their office door and sit with them and talk with them. You should be able to do that. You know why? Because you're a public servant. You are working for the general population. This whole mentality of oh, well, you can't film this and you can't go in this area and you can't do if it's coming out of my paycheck and I can't afford a house because of how much y'all are fucking hiking me over the coals with my money, I should be able to sit here and do this. I should be able to go up in that bitch and ask you questions. And you shouldn't be able to either ignore me or act like I didn't ask them. That's bullshit. That's crazy.
I mean, is this bill even legal?
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, he didn't call them names. He didn't say anything out of the ordinary. He was just asking them what they think of the bill. And some of them didn't even know what the fuck they were signing. They didn't even know what the bill was.
People have the right to talk out, report, and talk about things that they see wrong. The real challenge in this law also is that they're saying these nonprofits or employees should never be doxxed. They should never be harassed. They're calling it protecting these, I'm going to say quote unquote employees, although if you remember in Minnesota when he was showing up, nobody was there. There were no employees. It was completely a front. But they want to allow, and think about the irony in this, they want to allow the harassment and the doxing and the threats against law enforcement, but they want to protect people that are scamming American taxpayers.
Yes, ma'am. You go get them, girl. You know what's up. I was just about to pause it and talk about it, too. Ain't that a beautiful thing, boys?
Is absolutely the reason why California is a failed state. It is that nonsense that they keep inflicting upon their citizens. It's why from all of these states, they are fleeing to the state of Florida. I mean, we create prosperity among our citizens by good policies. We have a state that is attracting folks from New York, from Illinois, from California, from Minnesota, and not just their citizens, their law enforcement personnel that wants to be respected and giving the tools and resources they need to do their jobs. And so I think that as long as you...
Why do you think they can't hire no police officers in New York? Bro, like, because New York, places like New York, Minneapolis, and California are making their law enforcement just punching bags. That's all it is, man. Like, nah, dude, if you have locked somebody up 34 times, and then you have to show up to a scene where this motherfucker threw gasoline on a lady and lit her on fire, and all you hear is her screaming and running around on fucking fire. Bro, like, I'd be questioning the whole, like, what am I, like, why am I here? If I put this dude away 36 times and he's out here lighting people on fucking fire, fuck that, dude. Hell no. What the hell?
Keep having states like California act with a guttural, political, woke sense in terms of how they're enacting policy with no understanding for how to balance a budget or their bottom line or take care of actual taxpayers that are funding them. You're going to keep having the mass exodus you're seeing to the states that take their stewardship and leadership responsibilities very seriously.
Before I let you go, Senator, I got to ask you, the president was out on the road on his affordability tour again this week. He went to Las Vegas and he went to Phoenix, and he's trying to talk about, his big, beautiful bill and all the tax cuts and tax breaks for so many people out there and how popular they are as he tries to shift messaging back to domestic issues. But I want to pull up this map here because it shows that a couple of these Senate races that are currently was supposed to be favored for Republicans have shifted towards Democrats. We're talking about Nebraska, Ohio, North Carolina, and Georgia. The Cook Political Report just shifted them a couple of days ago towards Democrats. So what do you think is going on here? Why do you think Republicans are losing their grip on these Senate races?
I think that as long as we are out there talking about the policies that we're implementing that are putting America and Americans first and the results that we've delivered over the last year, we are going to be successful in November. I mean, how long has it been that people have said, we don't need tax on hardworking Americans? Like, stop taxing tips, stop taxing overtime, stop taxing Social Security for our seniors that are often on the most limited income and struggling. And
I didn't even know they did that. That is crazy that they're taxing Social Security. Like, that is insane. The whole reason why you even get, like, that is crazy. So you mean to, I didn't know that. That is insanity. So you mean to tell me they tax this shit out of you your entire life from all your hard work, and then once you retire, they still tax the shit out of you? That is fucking crazy.
That done. We
Bro, what?
In my state of Florida, our citizens will receive the highest average tax returns in the nation. And I got that done and passed that with Republican leadership and this president in my first year as a United States Senator. So, we just need to make sure we're communicating. I was just going to say that. We need to make sure we're communicating what we're doing to deliver on policies that are affecting Americans, American lives, and American interests. We're doing it. We're getting things done. We need to just make sure we're better about touting how we've delivered those over the last year.
Okay. Great to have you on, Senator. Always great to see you. We'll see you back on Capitol Hill soon.
Be sure to like and
I guess
subscribe.
we'll
for
find
all
out, huh?
Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows.
I do
streaming
think
now.
that Trump needs to stop dragging his fucking feet with everything, bro. Seriously.
In Nashville.
So, look here. I'm going to make something very clear before we start this. I do not think, and I thought about this last night. I was like, I genuinely don't think that if you are a man-man or woman-woman couple, you should be able to adopt a child. Because it's that whole tree scenario that I talked about before with where you have a tree that grows crooked if you tie down the, you know, the actual trunk of the tree and then it starts growing crooked. There are people in this world that are just too mentally unstable to own to deal and own with a child. You can be a guardian of a child, but you can never be a parent. If that makes any sense. Like, you can't get with a girl if you're a guy and a guy, I mean, you can, but it will only have the DNA of one of the dads. I mean, so like, you'll never really effectively be a parent. You can be a guardian of a child, sure. But parent, no. Sorry. And what I'm about to show you is very, polarizing, I'll say the least. I'll say that. Very polarizing, and kind of made me solidify that view of it. I know, it's crazy. Oh man, cancel this, cancel that. I don't really care. You're not really going to get rid of me that way. But this is the kind of like the nail in the coffin that kind of solidified this for me.
Men in Nashville are sparking nationwide outrage after recording themselves mocking the baby they had via surrogacy as it cries for its mother. What?
Who do you want, Dada or Pop?
Mama.
No, Mama. Do you want Dada or Pop? No. Do you want Dada?
This crazy. The baby is homophobic, man. Hopefully they can send it back. Is that possible? It's a homophobic baby. Like, that's fucked up, man.
No way, Jose. There is no Mama. I'm so sorry. You have Dada.
This is just this straight up perversion of nature. That's what this is. And I don't agree with this whole surrogacy thing. Whenever you've got two men or two women in a relationship like this, because and I'd feel a little bit better about it if it wasn't paid. See, these guys or these women are paying somebody to get these children, and I don't really think that's a good idea. I don't like that at all. But it gets worse. It does. It gets way worse. It gets a lot worse.
You have Pop. Two choices.
Uh-huh.
No, Mama.
Jesus.
No, Mama. Dada or Pop?
Jesus, man. That's just, that's sad, bro. Like, that's really sad. Like, wow, what the fuck? It hurts to see. Yeah, it's just weird as fuck, man.
Also want to point out they went out of their way to post the kid in distress. They're literally trying to farm this.
You're such a happy boy. You have two puppies and two dads? Oh.
What is this? They purchased babies. Wait, what the fuck?
We got cute babies. Right. Yay.
Is this like the checkout line? They look confused? Well,
it gets worse. It gets worse. You don't even know the half of it. It does get worse.
yeah, I mean, obviously they'd be confused. Absolutely. For the surrogacy practice itself, it's some medieval shit about snatching the baby from the moms right after birth. If you remove the profit, no woman would ever do this. Surrogacy allows anyone to buy babies. What the fuck?
On our way to the hospital. It is in my Curls Night Out, ready to go. Nathan has his bandana on. Are you ready? Are you scared? Ready. Oh, we are professionals. This is our second time. Here we go, boo-boo.
They got a second baby. Oh man, newborn baby taken from its biological mother, and so that's like that's a little kid. It's not like they're not adopting him at like 5.
One of these guys that you see in this picture is a type 1 pedophile. Just so y'all are aware, one of these two guys, I'm not sure which one, is the worst kind of pedo. They literally making baby farms like Epstein.
They're getting spawn camped. Why don't people just adopt? What the fuck? I don't know.
For me, there was like this very intense emotional connection with the baby coming out, and it goes right
They
on
both
you.
are?
When a surrogate has the
I
baby,
heard it was
do they
only
hand
one.
him right to you guys, or do they hand him to her?
It's up to you. Our birthing center had a copy of our birth plan of what we were doing, what our preferences were, how we wanted to do it.
I will say that everything about this seems like it is a perversion. It's a perversion of the natural order of things. Italy makes it illegal to seek surrogacy abroad? Oh my God.
The Italian parliament has now made it illegal for couples to go outside the country to have a baby from a surrogate.
Wow.
Surrogacy is already illegal in Italy.
There's a massive priority issue if we're putting the best interests. The moment that you put the best interests of adults over children is the moment that you inevitably condemn your civilization to die.
I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely 100% agree with that. It's not, look here. The reason why I said what I said at the beginning of this is because what is in the best interest of the kids? I'm not having any kids until I can afford them. And I genuinely feel like, look, you could have two working parents, sure, but it should be a man and a woman. That's my opinion, that's what I think. It should be. You can't really be a parent unless you've done it with, the opposing gender and you've given birth. But at the end of the day, the other person, the other male in that relationship is still going to just be a guardian. You guys are guardians. Parenting isn't something that you just pop out a child and you're a parent. Parenting is when you lead your child to be successful in life. Whenever they leave your house and they are successful, they've got their own life going on and they're able to financially support themselves and do their own thing. That's a parent. That means you've done things right. You've set money aside, saved up for their living. You've played your cards right. They don't have to struggle with rent. You have enough money saved up to send them to college so that way they can maybe get a job. You have, prepared them for life. That's what being a parent is. This, whatever the fuck this is not, it's just not okay. When you have, and it's not just financially, it's mentally as well. Setting them up with the right mentality to go out and take on life, knowing right from wrong. Making sure that the tree stands up straight. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see it, man. And you can't even compare statistics of child abuse in this instance because it's a lot like the whole IQ thing with foreign countries that are shitholes, right? You can't compare it to that because there are no studies. There are no studies on child abuse when it comes to, same-sex parents because they're scared of what the actual answer is going to be. Because they've been feeding and dishing out this false narrative for so long that they can't do a study on it.
About preserving women's dignity.
It's obviously a huge blow to a woman's dignity for them to be used as a microwave for a baby and then have the baby ripped away from them and given to adoptive parents. It's absolutely like that. That is a very clear...
Why don't you just adopt the child? Why is surrogacy even a thing? There are plenty of kids in adoption agencies all over the world. Why the fuck do you need to do this? At least if you adopt a child, you can have that attempt at giving them a way better life than doing this. I don't agree with surrogacy. I just don't. Adopt a child. There are plenty of them in adoption. Why are we doing surrogacy whenever there are adoption agencies out there? You know what I'm saying? How is this even allowed?
perversion.
Effectively making it illegal, as you say, for Italians to go abroad to have children via surrogacy. If they do decide to come to the United States or Canada, for example, where it is legal, they could face up to 2 years in prison and up to $1 million in fines. Activists say it's going to hit some gay parents particularly hard.
It doesn't matter. Like, why would you even think about that? Like, you're
it doesn't matter what they think. What matters is the future of that child. That's what matters. No one cares about what they think or what they feel. What about that child's future? That's what should matter.
Their rights are not relevant. What matters is the kid's rights and like what's in the best interest of the kid. Why are you even thinking about like what gay people are not entitled to have some other person's kid? Like, how is this even a conversation?
Hallie, she said that surrogacy is, quote, an inhumane practice that treated children as supermarket products.
Yeah, I think that the moment that you introduce money into this, I think it becomes extremely weird really fast. It's the same thing I was saying about like selling organs and like people being encouraged for euthanasia. I feel like this whole thing is very, very weird. I didn't even know this was as big of a thing as it was. I had no idea about this. I really didn't.
Yeah, I don't agree with it at all. I think that's just bad, bro. It's just bad. So y'all remember what I was talking about like how you go to the store now and everything's in boxes, everything's in a security box. And then eventually the business gets shut down. Well,
Apple store in Baltimore is closing.
The Apple store is the latest in the series of stores leaving the Towson Town Center, citing declining conditions.
Nobody knows.
This is a nice mall, you know, it's quality mall.
But is the mall on a downward spiral?
I kept hearing from people that like the mall is going to shut down soon. Even from some of the workers.
One of the most popular stores, the Apple Store, announced it's leaving, citing departure of several retailers and declining conditions. Executive Director of the Towson Chamber of Commerce, Nancy Hafford, says that can't be the reason.
That store does so well.
That's crazy. It's been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of money lost.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that the corporations that have been there for so long and have thrived in most of today's world don't know how it works, right? They've only been around for what, 2 generations now? 3 generations? Surely they don't know how to run their company. They have no idea what they're talking about, right? Surely.
I'm sure they understand how much money they're going to lose, man. They do. Here's another one. It's really.
Let me make a new video. Yo, they is not playing about this.
They're putting security tags on the M&Ms now.
Oh my!
Y'all got to keep y'all's goddamn hands to yourselves, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop with these fucking sticky fingers.
God, they have a beeper on a bag of M&Ms.
That's right. That probably means that this store, wherever they're at, is very close to being shut down.
And I know the peanut M&Ms are the best. We all know that they're the best. But damn. Damn, man. What the hell is going on? We live in a society. We lived in a society.
You see, what happens is you go into a store. What's supposed to happen is you go into a store and you steal a bag of M&Ms and you spend a year in jail. That's what needs to happen. But instead, they have laxed up crime so much that now that all these businesses are closing down, you have these average Joes trying to tell these corporations, but you making all this money. Oh, man. If you have a bunch of locations, like let's say you have 50 locations across America, and you have your locations in some of these states that allow the theft of products in your store to the point where the store is no longer being profitable, it's a net negative to the company. So they have to shut it down. It's just like what America's going through and all these fucking fraudsters. They're taking all the goddamn money. If you take all the goddamn money out of the pot's going to go bankrupt. It's going to go belly up. It's the same concept. A company can't just keep spending money on all this product for it to get stolen. This is also what's causing a lot of prices in stores to fucking skyrocket. I bet the prices in this store are so fucking outrageous that it's almost impossible to buy anything here. First, it starts with tags on the products, and then the prices get hiked to the point where no one can actually shop there, and then more products get stolen, and the actual store gets shut down. Like, it's a death spiral. All because they don't want to keep these people in jail where they belong for stealing.
What is this?
Bro, they got that shit in a fucking security box.
Just really is that for this and saying it's okay? A bunch of white women that live in a gated fucking community. Here's the reality. It's black people suffering from this. It's their stores that are getting stolen from. Mm-hmm. It's their stores that are shutting down. And you know who's voting for this and saying it's okay? A bunch of white women that live in a gated fucking community on the other side of the city that think that it's good to have a vibrant community where everything gets fucking stolen because they hate the police. Meanwhile, the people that you really need, like, they are the ones that need the police. They are the ones that are living, being terrorized every fucking day. They're being treated like criminals, and it's disgusting. The thing is that it does fuck with the psychology of a person when you're treated like a criminal in everyday environments. Everyday environments, everything's locked down. People are controlled. You are basically living in a minimum security silo prison that you go from place to place. It's weird, and I think it fucks with people's heads. It does. They don't have normal interactions. They're not able to be part of the normal community the same that they would be. They're treated de facto like a criminal, like a fucking...
It's like that because they won't lock up the criminals. Look here, not everybody in America who is black commits crime. The issue isn't their skin color. It's the fact that they're not getting arrested and put in jail like they should be for fucking stealing. Like, if you steal something from a store, you need to spend at least a year in jail. And then after that, you need to be, like, doing community hours or community service. Like, the fact that they're actively trying to defund the police and just keep letting these criminals out is how you end up with that 17-year-old that got shot and killed by that guy after they broke into his fucking house 3 times. Like, what are we doing?
Problem person, and many of them are not. They're not like this. The main victims of this, here's the thing, keep in mind, like, remember that one Turkish guy that had the money stolen from the hot dog stand? Everybody says, oh, look at it, it's black people, they're doing it again. There were 10 other black people in the same clip that went up there to pay for their shit. There were no problems. But that one person makes it a shithole for everybody else. They make it a shithole for everybody else. And the thing that they need more than anything is more policing, more accountability, and more authority. Because if you had that, these people could live like Americans. That is their birthright. That is what they should be able to have. They are entitled to that. And it's being taken away from them from the pathological empathy of white people that think that they're helping them by allowing them to live in chaos. That's what I think. I think it's disgraceful.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wow. Occurring.
Really play.
Yeah, look at that. They all got fucking tags on them. Look at that. Look, they all got tags. This isn't staged. This is a real thing.
Wow.
They all got fucking tags on them.
Embarrassing, man. That is so fucking embarrassing. How long did that take? It probably took like 5 minutes, honestly. You just clip it on there. It's really simple. I mean, it's not hard to do that. Can't they just rip those off? Nah, they probably put it underneath the Ziploc thing, so it's harder to do. I mean, could they? Yeah, of course they could, but it makes it harder. Like, it's like Home Depot is another one.
What are you doing in a Home Depot? Why are you in a Home Depot? Bro, like, I think I've set foot in a Home Depot, like, a total of, like, 10 times my entire life. You in a Home Depot causing a bunch of problems. Bitch popping open like a fucking loot goblin, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? Dude, shit falling out everywhere. Fuck is that? Bro, it's just like a pinata, bro.
Drop all the loot?
Wait, what? No way.
We got the sticks.
All that shit falling around. What is all that shit?
It's like you know what this is like? It's like a treasure goblin.
That's what I fucking said.
They drop all the loot. There go the shoes. There goes the phone. Consider yourself lucky they haven't discovered clubs yet. They have. Trust me. Like, I've been go.
One, just because you want to make it even. And then I'm going...
What the fuck is this? Bro.
Y'all know me. I would take this, please. Thank you. I would take that, please. Thank you. You gotta grab a whole bunch out of each one just because you want to make it even. And then I'm going...
How?
This is why we can't have nice things right here. This is the fucking reason why right here, bro. Like, what is this shit?
Bad does it have to be that you're stealing forks? See, back in the day...
The level of degeneracy, it astonishes me, dude.
I'm talking about the year is 1997, all right? And fork thieves. People, problem is the problem.
What the actual fuck?
You do it?
Bro, this is the reason why we can't get like 7 things of ketchup and mustard and stuff and condiments anymore, is because you got these people going in there with bags and filling that shit up.
This shit's so shameless? I know. It's the reason I normalize taking dramatic, extreme action to control these people and prevent this from happening. Well, you can't pull it. We don't pull anybody up. Or not, I don't know how. Obviously, an equal opportunity brutalizer. Bro, how could I let this happen to myself?
Bro, taking the fucking napkins too, bro. Bro, taking the fucking napkins too. Bro, what the fuck you even need the napkins for? Like, dude.
A pile of these. You know, I gotta keep some of these in the car. Yep. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Got my sauce. My bag. All right.
And look at the car. Look at the car. That's a nice car. That's a really nice car. He cared for me to know because I don't order in the gas to go to Chipotle. You're probably right, honestly. Yeah, you're probably right about that. And yeah, that's why you can't grab someone places and ask to see register. Yeah, bring full charges in his person, post his jail time on social media daily. Yeah, exactly. Gonna be voting. You see the problem? Man. We gotta stop people from voting.
Yeah, no shit.
We do. You guys see the problem? You see the problem? Like, we got to shut this down. Like, this whole voting idea that we had, obviously it didn't work. I mean, it just obviously didn't work. Like, we tried it. It was, and hey, interesting idea, right? Very interesting. Vote from about 80% of the population. Maybe 90%. But at least...
I feel like you need to be able to pass a test in order to vote. And then, like, if you pass, there are exceptions. first responders, not former first responders, like active members, veterans, and active servicemen. Those should be the one, or like any part of the military should automatically be able to vote, right? Instant, like they should be able to vote, period. And for anybody else, you have to have a valid ID that you have to present at the voting booth, and you also have to pass a test, right? And not having a valid ID is not enough. You have to be able to test, right? You have to be able to pass a test. And then what happens is what we'll, $2 dono. I'll pull it up on the screen. Don't mind if I do. $2 dono. And then once, you know, like what we'll do is we'll get sticks involved with this, right? You know, the chatter sticks in chat. What we'll do is we'll source out a bunch of wood chippers or like grinders on it, right? Or not grinders, but paper shredders. And then we'll also get him to make a bunch of I attempted to vote today stickers. And then what'll happen is if you fail the test and you put your vote in, you can hear the grind, because like you know how quiet it is whenever you vote. It's super quiet when you go and vote. You can hear the of your vote getting shredded, right? And then what you do is you get handed a sticker whenever you're leaving, and then it'll be like, I attempted to vote today. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get your like participation award, and then that way everyone will know how fucking stupid you are.
80% of the population that would take away the right to vote. And now, why would I do that? Because they're fucking retarded, and I don't want to hear what they have to say. That's the reason why. And so, like, how would I do that? That low? I know I'm a reasonable, nice guy. I'm a very reasonable, nice guy. And so, I have an IQ test to vote. So I would do it in a number of different ways. I would do it on the basis of like being maybe a net positive taxpayer, being a homeowner, being able to pass a test, like a citizenship test. Like, if you can't pass a citizenship test, you shouldn't be voting. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you don't know, like, for example, like just a basic, like an 8th grade exam, like if you can't pass an 8th grade exam, then like, you know, like pick the number that comes next, 3, 6, 9 question mark. If you can't find out that's 12, I don't want to figure out who you think should be the president.
Exactly.
I think that you need to just sit in your house and not make decisions for other people.
Exactly.
And so, and by the way, this would happen and it would just be better.
And the test has to be in English. Trump made the national language English. If the test must be in English. It has to be in English. No other fucking language. If you need to learn English in order to drive truck across this great country, then you need to learn English in order to vote in America. Period.
Military servicemen? Yeah, of course they would vote, right? And so, like, yeah, definitely military. If you're in military, you should be able to vote, for sure. And so the higher the amount of fraud and stupidity there is. It's Chinese social credit? Maybe, right? I don't know. But you can vote. It's just that the vote doesn't get counted.
Exactly.
You get 3/5? No, it's too much. It's too much. No, it's 0.
What's going on here?
Yep.
Oh, this must have been when the National Guard was in D.C. Yo, W National Guard.
That's right. Do you really want to give the government power? Who decides?
Why don't we do this everywhere? I don't get it. Why aren't we doing the National Guard everywhere? Like, every single state you go to has the National Guard members and that are like getting their rent paid, and they show up to training like once every 2 weeks on the weekend, right? Why aren't we just using them every day like standard police? A way to enforce the government, since the standard police don't want to, you know? Because, like, I feel like that would be a way to keep the streets cleaner. You know, you wouldn't have all these people in Home Depot trying to slap each other with fucking poles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, see a bunch of guys rolling around looking like this, shit.
Oh, we already do. You idiot. What do you mean? Do you want to give the government power to decide who votes?
They already
do that.
They already do that.
There are already restrictions on voting to begin with.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Were you in Iran to catch the green light?
Yep.
Yeah, they trying to hop that fucking thing there to try and get in for free. That's what they trying to do. Look at that. Look at that, boy. They trying to hop that shit.
I'm trying to get home. Yep, too bad.
Oh, W5. W5 dollars. $5. Thank you, W5 dollars. I can't hit. Oh, there it goes.
See?
Hey, look at how pleasant everyone's being now.
See, they're acting right now.
Uh-huh.
They're acting right. They're not causing any problems.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Man, look at all
that.
Your browser's so loud. How about? I didn't even realize this.
Don't you just love it? Okay. So, now we're moving on to the heavy political goodies now, boys. I hope y'all are locked in. I'm sure the clout clowns are going to be flooding in here any minute. Some of them are already here. For the most part, I've just been kind of like not really looking at the chat like that. So, here we go.
Tonight's big close-up is independent journalist Nick Shirley. Nick, thank you so much for...
Dude, independent journalist Nick Shirley. True patriot right there. True fucking patriot.
Taking the time to join us tonight. I read through this bill today as painstakingly, as painful as it was. And the section where they give definitions is really where the dirty work is. Because in the beginning you think, okay, well, it's not legal to harass somebody because of their job. You may disagree over if any specific group gets that protection, but you can understand that. But when you look into the definitions, it defines an immigration support service to be a healthcare. Like an immigration support service facility to be a healthcare facility. So the ambiguity there is huge.
It's not even just that. It's the anything funded by tax like the federal government. Like that's the falter right there, is that one line in that bill.
Huge. And then under harassment, it basically says a reasonable person caused a reasonable person to fear for their own safety. So that goes to the discernment of, I don't know, bureaucrats or people that are filing a complaint. They really leave it incredibly open-ended for you to be targeted for going to a place of work and reporting on it, depending on what that place does.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's their whole goal, is to make it as open-ended as possible so they can then crack down on anybody who's working to expose them. In this bill, it doesn't say journalist. It actually says people or business. It doesn't say journalist. So this is actually an attack on not just me, but an attack on the entire country, because they're trying to literally make it harder for fraud to be exposed. And so when they say it's an attack on journalists, it's actually an attack on everyone.
It is.
Yeah, it certainly is. Nick, I know that you've talked a lot about this, but what do you make of the fact that the person really pushing this is Assemblywoman Mia Bonta? She's got some interesting connections, doesn't she, Nick?
Very interesting connections. With her husband being the Attorney General of California, their goal as a family should be to prosecute and take care and make sure that there is so little fraud in the state that they can have such a peaceful night of sleep. However, while the Attorney General is supposed to be prosecuting fraud, his wife is creating laws to let fraud continue.
Yep.
They're specifically saying that NGOs who receive money based off immigrant services don't have to disclose their money. And so we know that they use those services to commit fraud.
Yeah.
You know, Nick, it's interesting to me that people who will scream fascism or authoritarianism the loudest are now rushing to criminalize investigative journalism. I think that sort of speaks for itself. We played a clip here on the show last evening of Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. She was on a podcast.
That's right, America. Fuck yeah. Coming to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, boy, that's right. And as soon as America wins that war, the way that I want it to be won in Iran, I'm gonna be playing that in the morning that I go live. Best believe.
Talking about
by the way, please hit like on the stream. Hitting like on the stream really helps out with them views, boys.
Your efforts and similar efforts really kind of amount to creepy harassment. And it's creating, she called, a cloud of suspicion.
You better be in the front line. What you gonna do if I'm not, pussy? What are you gonna do? You gonna sit there behind your little keyboard in the mommy's basement? What are you gonna do? You're gonna do shit. You're gonna sit here and misspell a bunch of other shit, too, while you're at it. What are you gonna do, pussy? Oh, W for the gifted. W for the gifted, by the way. Lunchbox! W. 1911, boys. Where'd I go? Where'd that pussy go? Come back here. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with you. So what? Coward. You ain't gonna do shit neither, Lolly, you. The fuck are you even saying? Dude, this is a third worlder, man. Bro can't even spell. Bro, he's fuming. He is fuming behind that keyboard, bro. What's the matter? You angry? Mommy didn't pop her titty out for you to sipple on for today? Need your nappy? Did you take your pills? Go take your pills. What we gonna do with this guy? We gonna ban him? What we doing with this guy? What we doing with him? Bro rolled up in the chat, didn't realize that it's there's a lot of veterans up in here, a lot of older people that see what's going on with the country. What we gonna do with this guy? What we doing with this guy? The hell we doing? Oh, damn, that's a rough start, bro. 100% out the gate. W Shaker Club with the gifted. Bro, it has been a while since I've seen you, Shaker. W Shaker. Damn, bro, 77%. Man, our democracy is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Damn. Man. It looks like you rolled up into the wrong chat, guy. Damn. Damn, cooked. Y'all cooked him. Y'all mogged his bitch ass. W chat. W chat. W chat
around minority-owned businesses. What's your response to the Congresswoman when she's...
You know what that is, boys? That's the whiff of success. That's what I roll out of bed for every morning. Inject it into my veins. It's a beautiful thing.
Says something like that.
Well, it's a bit suspicious to have your net worth go up by millions and then just recently say that it's an error. I mean, I don't think I've ever put 2 extra zeros as an error when I file any report. So Ilhan Omar, we know who she is. We know that she's like the queen of the fraud, actually. And so Ilhan Omar, no respect to her whatsoever.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, it's Anita.
Yo, W $5 dono. W $5. $5. W. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Freedom Fighters. Maybe I should change the Got Good to Freedom Fighters Express. I mean, I'm going to sleep on that. I'll sleep on that.
I had a chance to meet you.
By the way, if you're new here, sub to the channel. We cover this beautiful thing every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. W gifters, by the way. W people that show up every day and hit like on the stream. W channel members, by the way. Check out that channel membership. Check out that Got Good, boys. Check out that Got Good.
And your mom last month.
Got those exclusive emotes!
Fox Los Angeles Bureau to be on.
I am not like Asmongold. I do not have a massive fortune of wealth. I am broke. Donations are definitely welcome here.
We're all on the show together. And I really enjoyed meeting your mom. She told me she studied journalism.
Yo, W250 Joules.
With your efforts to expose fraud. She, in many cases, does the camera work. And you really have been a team out there. But she also told me how dangerous this work is and the threats that you have received.
Damn, I remember the dine-in Pizza Huts. Yo, what the hell happened to the dine-in Pizza Huts? Or like, that's just crazy.
Think about that when they
no,
see your
W
videos,
chat. Oh, wait, is that another gifted? Hold on. Hold on, wait, that was another gifted. Ow. 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 That was definitely another gifted. Did I miss that? Oh, that was the clapping seal. Okay, that was the clapping seal. Why doesn't that highlight on the chat? That's weird. Like, it drops and then pops at the top, but like, they need to have like a highlight for that.
Talk a little bit about the danger here that you're dealing with.
Oh, W sticks for that. The Joules, by the way. I didn't even see that it was you.
It's real. Like, for instance, last time I was in California, a few trips back.
Oh, what's the matter? We got another person in chat that needs their bottle. W100 for 2 Joules. W2 Joules. Megabyte! Let's go, Megabyte. Where'd he go? I don't remember that. I don't remember the free games. No one cares. You're a bum. That's not very nice. You're just an asshole. Go take your medication. You're due for it.
People were trying to dox my location live. I was at a hotel, and people were up on Reddit group chats saying where I was staying. And it's happened a few times now, so it's like almost even dangerous for me to go stay at hotels because you can get doxxed really quick and people can find out where you're at. You get constant death threats from people. The fraudsters are angry.
W10 Joules. W10 Joules.
Yeah,
Postman rescued Roxy. W.
They're very angry. I've had death threats, and one of them was even very specific about the date. It's actually supposed to be coming up very soon, the date that they said they'd kill me. So that was interesting.
That's right. That's right, boys. Remember, every day, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, is like there are some of y'all that watch behind the curtains, right? And I get that. Y'all don't want to get alienated from y'all's family and shit. Every day that I sit in this chair and grow a little bit more is another day where I'm painting a big target on my back. Same as Asmongold, same as Tectone. And you see what they're trying to do to them, right? They're trying to get them banned off of platforms for no literal fucking reason. It's the same shit. Like, that's why, like, you know, I always, like, try to even cater to the people that just have to watch silently because they're too scared to, you know, get alienated in their normal life and stuff, because you don't know their life, man. You, like, but if you feel the way you do, and you silently watching every day, giving some support, that's all it takes. I'm giving that acknowledgement to y'all that I see y'all, and y'all don't have to really send any acknowledgement. I see you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's all good. Just keep showing up and liking the streams and being here, and y'all that are destroying the chat with all these gifteds and these donos and these fucking these memberships. Y'all keep doing y'all, because y'all are awesome too. All of y'all are awesome.
Yeah, they're very angry. I've had death threats, and one of them was even very specific about the date. It's actually supposed to be coming up very soon, the date that they said they'd kill me. So that was interesting. And you just get all these death threats, you get doxing. But the majority of the public are very thankful. Like,
and here's where it all kind of falls apart. Nick Shirley should be able to hand this information to the police. The police should be able to do thorough internal investigation, get the information from the guy that sent the emails to him, and they should go and arrest him. They should. And they should try to put him in jail for like 10 years. That's not part of your Constitution to threaten people, dumbass. That's part of the Constitution whenever people cherry pick out certain words and key phrases and try to use it to apply to your emotion towards the Constitution. They don't know what the Constitution stands for. They don't care what it stands for. They want to use it to emotionally brainwash and manipulate you into what they think or what they want you to think the Constitution says. By the way,
like so many people come up to me and say thank you. It's actually interesting at Sacramento when I was just there. So many people were saying thank you, but the people inside the building, they all hate me because I'm exposing their corruption.
You know, people like you keep me where I'm at. This is why I pull people like you up. So what is a cop's job, dummy? What is a cop's job? What are they supposed to do? I mean, you were vocal. I certainly hope you're not going to puss out on me now that I pulled you up. Because you obviously live in America, so you know what the police's job are supposed to do, right? Certainly hope that you know, and I see y'all saying it in chat. It's got to come from him, okay? He has to say it, or unless he pusses out, or they puss out, whatever the fuck that is. No, he's just gonna roach out, huh? Man, you think that at least one of these people that you pull up that would have at least one brain cell that's willing to fire? Hell, I mean, you was chirping. Why'd you stop chirping? Well, I'm gonna refresh one more time and then we gonna move on from this. Nah, he ain't talking. You dumb. You dumbass. You see people like that, they need to have a license and like have to take that test to vote. They don't know what the fuck they doing, man.
But the people love me.
Bro don't even know what the police are supposed to be for.
Nick, the Bonta family does not like you, but the rest do. I want to ask you, speaking of that, Governor Gavin Newsom and his press bros, they talk a lot of junk about you. They post photos of you. I think the recent one.
Their oath is to serve and protect. It's on the side of every single cop car. Not sheriff's cars, cop cars. Serve and protect. That's their job.
Trying to make you look
That's
like
the
Dumb
oath
and
they
Dumber.
take.
A lot of it is childish and stupid, but they've also insinuated that you're some kind of a predator, that you go to facilities and you're looking for children. And I believe Joe Rogan also addressed that on his podcast. But what do you make of the way that the governor of California, his team, and others, the way that they characterize you?
Well, they should be working with me to crack down on this fraud. Instead, they want to make me look like the bad person. Maybe it's because that fraud makes them look bad.
Yes, sir. By the way, I hope everyone's job is going up. Day is going. The fuck? I hope everybody's day is going fantastic.
In reality, I'm there to help.
Pretty good today. It's a good day to be an American, boys.
It's not a Republican or Democrat issue. There is a lot more fraud in Democrat states, but I'm actually just trying to help America in general. And so for them to make these attacks, it's kind of it's quite frankly.
Something new every day. I don't think that every single cop is a punk. I think that there are a lot of them that just want to help out the public. And because they have one bad apple, it rots the whole branch off. That's what I think.
That when in fact I'm just providing a huge public service, more than any public service.
Yeah, why can't we give our taxpayer dollars to Nick Shirley? Like, yo, look, like, hold on. Why are we giving it to a bunch? I'd rather spend my taxpayer dollars on someone like Nick Shirley, dude. Why are we wasting our money on like? Yeah, Nick's a hero, man. We need to be giving him these taxpayer dollars so that way he can go out there and discover more of this fraud, bro. Like,
and they get very upset about it.
Nick Shirley, you're young in this career, but I'd say wise in what you're doing. So we really appreciate it, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Anita, I want to bring you probably know more about California than anyone here. Are people in California concerned about fraud in the state at all?
Well, of course. It was all in the news recently, all the hospitals.
Look here. If you live in a state where nobody's concerned about fraud and it's my taxpayer dollars going to fund it, we should just saw that fucking state off and let it sink into the ocean that it's next to. That's what we need to do with that bitch. We need to fucking yeet it and delete it. Oh, what? You don't care about it? Well, let's just go ahead and wall this fucking state off and take their electricity. And then cut all their federal funding and see how long they last. I bet they care about it real quick then.
This fraud, but don't forget COVID fraud.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still the huge number. The fraud with the fire.
Man, fuck COVID. COVID was 5 years ago. COVID was 5 fucking years ago. COVID's over
none of the
with.
victims got any money. We don't know where the money went. I mean, fraud is rampant in California. So the answer is yes. And the citizens of California should be saying thank you to Nick Shirley. They shouldn't be making, the state shouldn't be criminalizing what he's doing.
Tom, you mentioned Spencer Pratt earlier. I think he's running for mayor, I believe.
LA.
And that's the same thing, where this is an issue that attacked a community in LA so acutely that it probably changed some of their politics. Maybe not their party, but who they supported. You think that maybe some of these California leaders would be reading the tea leaves on someone like Nick Shirley, because he says, hey, I'm exposing it for everyone.
Yeah. But when you expose the fraud, the gravy train comes to an end, or at least it hits a roadblock. And for some of these politicians, that gravy train can be linked back to them. So they have every incentive to stop people like Nick Shirley. He's making a fool out of people like Gavin Newsom. And the fact that Gavin Newsom, as the governor, and his press team, the fact that they're tweeting out memes of Nick Shirley, who's in his 20s, like Dumb and Dumber. I mean, how childish can you be? Address the issues. Nick Shirley, keep going.
It's because that's all they have. They have to disenfranchise Nick Shirley because they can't sue him for defamation, or they can't do any of that because it's not fake. There have been charges that have led to convictions in Minneapolis for fraud, for the locations that he looked into. Like, that's all they have, is to try and disenfranchise Nick Shirley and bide time.
A lot of support.
Yeah, I know you've been involved in journalism at least since college, probably before. This guy's in his early 20s. Part of what made his original post so powerful was you couldn't just look at him and look at his page and see all the talking points in a 3-letter network. It seemed like a citizen journalist. You might not even know his politics.
Yeah, you might be wondering, why aren't legacy journalists doing this work? And some of that's because they're ideologues and Democrats, and they don't want to embarrass.
Who gonna listen to a dude in his robe at midday? You see, that just shows how fucking stupid you are. Because here, it's like 10 a.m. It's not even midday here. It's still morning. So, who's gonna listen to somebody that immediately gets on and assumes, by the way, that it's midday everywhere? Like, I don't give a fuck. British time is the only time. Well, I gotta commend your patriotism for your country. I mean, I do. I gotta give you that much. To go outside and get off the internet, dude. I don't really give a fuck what you think. Nobody in this chat cares about what the fuck you think. Why should I care what the fuck some dude at the ass end of the internet thinks? You live your life like that? If somebody gets into your comments on like anything that you do in your life, do you immediately just say what they think? I never asked for your opinion. Nobody asked for your opinion. No one cares about what you think. It's very selfish of you to just come into somebody's comments and immediately assert yourself as if you're just going to make the person that's streaming, you know, what am I just supposed to shut the stream off and then go outside? And you want to say that I'm dumb? You want to like, who's going to listen to you? You don't even have a fucking face, man. You just a fucking picture. You're a PDF. You're nothing. With your 38 fucking subs. That's adorable. Oh man, guys, this guy's aiming real high. Soon he'll be trying to touch little girlies because his clout's too big. Man. Like, who the fuck are you? I don't YouTube. Here, dude, just get off. No, I don't think I'm gonna. In fact, I'm gonna turn you into content. That's what I'm gonna do to you. What should we do with this guy, guys? What should we do with him? Should we ban him, perhaps? What do you guys think we should do to him? I'm about to make money off of your stupidity. And guess what? I don't think that. I know that. Oh! Ooh! Damn, boy! Damn! 100% all drop. Man, oh man! Don't you just love to see it? Don't you just love to see it, boys? Oh! Oh! Ah!
Their own.
Damn it! Man, look at that. Damn. Damn, look at that. Damn, look at that. Look at that. Oh, man, ain't that just a shame right there and that, boys? Woo! And this is the reason why I get to sit in my chair and make fun of people like you. That try to tell other people what they should do in their lives. That's why I get to sit here and you just get banned. I love it, boys. W chat. If we all went. It can't be a bannable offense, but it is.
Party, their own political party, the Democrats. The other is, even if they might be tempted to go after this kind of fraud and expose it, and some journalists do, there's this access problem in a one-party state, where if you do too much Nick Shirleying out there, you get shut down by the politicians there. They won't talk to you anymore, which is why we now have some of these politicians who seem, listen to this.
By the way, if you like the content, we're here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. So we're here every day. Check out the channel membership, W Donos, W Constant Viewers. Please hit like on the stream. Y'all have been destroying it, and we're going to keep destroying it too. Yes, sir.
More eager to put Nick Shirley in prison than fraudsters in
Which
prison.
is crazy to me.
Tommy's point, there's a reason
How
for
is it that these guys are so willing to put someone like Nick Shirley in prison for doing what they won't do? And dude, like, what the fuck? They don't want to take care of the waste fraud, but they want to pass bills that stop people from uncovering the waste fraud. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so, oh man, here we go. So there's a lot of people that whenever I started covering the Iran war, oh, but Israel this and Israel that and Israel everything. No one really cares about Israel in America.
Is losing support even among Republicans. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Hey, favorability
Oh
down to
God.
-2. Today, look at this, minus 16 points.
Man, look at that CNN putting in all that hard work now, actually doing what they're supposed to be doing instead of spreading defamation. WCNN.
Over 40-point shift in just 1, 2, 3, 4 years' time away from Israel amongst young Republicans. But that
y'all realize that they are using a site like Kalshi, which is it's a site where you gamble. You literally have like a list of things that you can gamble for. Like, for example, if they were gambling on the Iran war, whether America would finish it in a certain amount of time or whatever. That kind of stuff. CNN is, funny enough, sponsored by these people now. So they're getting these statistics from people that are putting their money where their mouth is, right? So they're going based on voting. I mean, not voting, gambling. That's where these numbers are coming from now.
That's not the only part of the Republican base where Israel is struggling. How about amongst moderate or liberal Republicans? They make up about a third of the Republican base at this point in time. The net favorability of Israel with moderate liberal Republicans back in 2022, again, 2 thumbs up. You'll notice I do a lot of Siskel and Ebert references. I just really like them. At plus 26 points. Today,
We got another person trying to tell me what I should do in my life. As long as it isn't spam, you shouldn't ban. Who said that? Where's that in the YouTube terms of service? Where's it say that at? I don't ever remember seeing that in the YouTube terms of service. Who made up that rule? I can ban whoever the fuck I want for whatever reason I want. I don't need to ask anybody anything. What do you mean, guy? Yeah, technically you could do whatever you want with your channel, but it's lame to ban someone for a bad opinion. I don't care if it's lame. You live your entire life based on whether people call you lame or not. I don't give a fuck. Well, you go start living your own life, man. You think I give a fuck what other people think? I don't give a flying fuck what anyone thinks. You live your whole life based on what other people call you? It sounds like you ain't got much of a life for yourself. That sounds like you got a shitty life, bro. I'm calling you lame. You can do whatever you want, LOL. Okay. And you know what I can do? Inform you that if you continue to call me or anybody in my chat a name, I'm going to ban you. How about that? I should probably work on the original type message, but I don't. And I shouldn't have to. It's just crazy that we've resorted to name calling instead of just attacking the arguments, you know? Don't you ban that guy. I'm not going to ban him because he really hasn't done anything wrong. If I could open up somebody's brain and drop a snippet of information in there that makes them recalibrate their thought process, I will do that over banning them any day of the week. Any day of the fucking week.
Again, negative territory. Minus 9 points. That's
35-point drop. Holy shit.
A 35-point shift in just 4 years' time.
That's bad.
With moderate liberal Republicans shifting away from Israel. And this, to me, gives you a good indication of why one of the more ardent critics of Israel within the Republican Party is actually, at this point, favored to win a competitive primary. You may know him, Thomas Massey.
I've heard of this guy.
He, of course, is the representative from Kentucky Sports.
I ban anyone who disagrees with me. I do. You know why? You may live in a country where you can vote, but on this channel, I'm the dictator. And I decide whose genes stay in the pool and who genes don't. That's why. And if you don't like it, then don't watch. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and telling you to fucking watch the stream. It's not genuine smooth brain. The only smooth brain I see here is you, with the attention span of a fucking dinner plate. I'm not the one making you watch the stream, Einstein. You can click off anytime you want. But instead, you're here trying to oppress my speech. You're here calling me names because you don't like what I'm saying because you know what I'm saying is right. You're going to sit here and call me names, attack the way I look because you can't attack my arguments. Do you have an argument towards any of the things that I've talked about this morning? Or are you just going to continue to insult me with names? Permanent victim complex? And you cannot support an idea argument. Fuck you talking about, Schizo? What are you talking about, man? Whatever. You're just so fucking stupid. Nobody got time for you. Nobody got time for you, bro.
Dude, we are in the world now where the source for the prediction on who is going to win a congressional race is being decided by a prediction market call sheet.
I got you, Nukem. See, in this community, we watch each other's backs. The, please investigation. Let's see. Spiral. Where's it at? Ugh. The fuck is it, man? You know what's crazy is I reacted to that. There we go. Oh, what is that noise? Oh,
reaction
awful.
to new claims of fraud in the state of Minnesota. This follows video of agents, quote, going door to door at suspected fraud sites in Minnesota. Questions about if they're companies at all.
All of these businesses are literally the same type of business, providing the same service in the same building.
Alarm bells also sounding about companies connected to what Minnesota's Department of Human Services website calls non-emergency medical transportation to get people to and from non-emergency medical service appointments.
Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever.
The Oversight Committee has expanded its investigation with
They refuse us records. I've got subpoena power in a matter of hours. Then Tim Walz and Keith Ellis
reported fraud.
You know what's really shitty about this?
Earlier this
is that
month.
I have reacted to videos. I should start making playlists
and more importantly, I am the one that will fix it.
Finding a fix.
Huh, yeah, well, you did a real good job at that, huh, buddy?
Right now, what the FBI is saying, it is surging resources into Minnesota. This is just the latest chapter. 2-minute video was retweeted. This is just the tip of these suspected fraud sites. Minneapolis were being scammed away, and Republican fraud, and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action entirely, and announced a new statewide program integrity director and supported criminal prosecutions. Phil, this is the latest chapter. We have no indication this story is anywhere close to over. Attorney General Pam Bondi also tweeting.
Down comes just days after a YouTube. This morning, the FBI and Homeland Security say they are certain to crack down by Vice carrying Minnesota's.
Been backed up by officials.
For fuck's sake, I'll just fucking Google it at this point. Where's my phone? How many fraudsters were arrested and convicted in Minneapolis for the fraud that they were doing? Okay, here we go. I should have just done that. As of March 2026, federal authorities have charged 79 individuals in connection with the Minneapolis-based fraud or feeding our future fraudulent scheme, with nearly 60 individuals having pleaded guilty or been convicted at trial. They even pled guilty. Those fuckers got caught, and they were so goddamn fucked in the ass that they pled guilty for it. Well, there it is. Wasted my fucking time with that.
That's crazy. Wow. W sponsor. Crazy sponsor. Aren't they sponsored? Yes, CNN is sponsored by Call Shino. That's right. You called this? Everybody knew this was going to happen.
District. He has been opposed by Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has endorsed his opponent. Pro-Israel voices are also opposed. Many of them have also opposed Thomas Massie.
Yeah.
But at this point, look at this. His chance of being the
Oh, whoops, wrong person. Where'd he go? It seemed like you were referring to a comment where I tagged me. No kids evidence. He didn't do. Well, I just pulled up evidence so you can go look at it. How about that? Go Google it and search the internet for it. Yeah, this guy gets engagement. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't mind. Okay, I don't care if you are laughing at me, LOL. Pested little Elliot, stop with the online.
Republican nominee
Jesus, man.
winning that Republican primary in Kentucky 4th
71%.
District is actually more likely than not to occur. Look at this. According to the Cow Street prediction market at this point, a 71% chance.
I think a lot of people want the Trump, they want the Trump like policy without the Trump baggage.
They're desperate because their entire fucking class of people that they've tried to cultivate to get votes for are being systematically deported. Rightfully so. That's why they're so goddamn desperate. They're losing at an exponential rate.
They don't want the Epstein baggage. They don't want the weird comments and inappropriate comments about women baggage. They don't want the, like reality TV baggage.
I like that everything Trump stands for. I don't like the Epstein baggage. I don't like everything that he's saying is true. Trump is a stepping stone to America's bidding, just like Israel, and that is how it is. That's why Trump said to Israel, stop fucking messing with Hezbollah. Leave it the fuck alone. And that's why he's sitting there crying about it, Benjamin Netanyahu, okay? This whole, like, bullshit that this narratives that have been getting spiraled on social media. Oh, but this was debunked by one news media outlet. And I've seen other news media outlets that try to debunk what Nick Shirley's doing by going there, and then they find more fraud. Like, this is obviously a bunch of very powerful people that are trying to overthrow the country, colonize it with a bunch of illegals that are getting paid welfare by our taxpayer dollars, sitting in their multi-million-dollar mansions and collecting money for doing absolutely fucking nothing. That's what's going on here.
A lot of people want the policies.
How do you shut down 200 businesses and not a single one of them complain? You know why they're not complaining? Because all the people that got shut down in Minneapolis, they all pled guilty to fraud. That's why. Because they're fucking fraud.
They want the messaging, but Donald Trump is such an imperfect actor that somebody like Thomas Massey, who doesn't have that same type of problem, I think is going to be very popular. I actually think that after Donald Trump leaves politics, you are going to see a tremendous increase in the amount of conservatives and Republicans, because a lot of the criticisms that people have about the Republican Party right now is hinged around Donald Trump's personal behavior.
Missing all the fun.
Things like, comments he's made about women, things that he said about, other men, right? The Pope and stuff like that. There are very few.
So you're saying that those convictions come from Nick Shirley standing outside daycare centers with cameras? Yeah. That's what independent journalism does. You must not be from America, huh? Channel 5 News exposed Nick months ago. That's pretty broad. You Google just now out of frustration of your show going so badly? My show's going fine. So you're saying that those convictions came from Nick Shirley? Yes, now we got to Google it. You made a claim and back it up. Like, are we seriously doing this right now? Now it's calling names. He's so embarrassed. Why don't you ban that guy? This dude is covering Iran. He said pass bills. Ban, you are also soft. He's looking up his account. Yeah, shut the stream off. Go outside. Solid advice. Why are you here? If you don't like what I'm talking about, and you're just going to sit here and be a constant fucking annoyance to everybody around you, why are you here? Here, let me help you. There you go. Now you can go bother somebody else, lobotomite.
And very rarely, at least in my opinion, you guys can, disagree with this. I think some people could disagree, but I don't think so. I think that overwhelmingly, a lot of the criticisms about Donald Trump are about Donald Trump. It's not even about what he's saying.
This is an Asmongold video. Gold. Gold News Network tried to Shirley finds more for AUD. Respond. Investigator who revealed Minnesota allegations exposed the suspected scam in California. Let's see. Exposed Minnesota billionaire dollar fraud. Dude, how can I not find any of these fucking videos? Maybe it's because I'm doing it too specifically. Asmongold video where he reacts to a reporter that is from a legacy media going and finding fraud himself after he is trying to discredit Nick Shirley. I think it was fucking CNN. Was it CNN? It was an Asian dude that did it too. Why did independent journalists, blah, 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 blah. Bro, I can't find any of this shit. I knew I should have saved it, dude. Oh, fuck it. Hold on. While this is going.
It's about who he is.
Annoying.
And I think that the moment that he retires and he leaves politics and
CNN
becomes just more of a
investigator
kingmaker
discovers
rather
fraud
than the
in
king
Minneapolis.
himself, which, you know, a president, you know, like is obviously not a king, just making a you know, like a phrase. But my point is that I think that you're going to see a huge increase in conservatism. Massive increase.
But here's the thing. Again, I'm building blocks here. It's not just on the right. It's not just amongst Republicans where Israel is losing support amongst the unexpected places. How about among younger men who were a key part of Donald John Trump's coalition back in 2024? They have very much shifted away from Israel. Look at this. Net favorability of Israel among men under the age of 50. In 2022, not too bad, but not too hot to trot either at -3 points. By 2025, again, down we go, minus 22 points. That is a 19-point shift in just 3 years' time. But it gets even worse. Look at this for Israel. Minus 47 points. That's a 44-point shift.
Holy
away
fuck,
from
I
Israel
found
on
it.
the net favorability
I
among young
fucking
men who
found it, bro. I fucking found it. I found it. Oh my god, that was gonna drive me fucking crazy. There it is.
Apparently brought something big back.
That's hilarious. It's my own fucking video. That's fucking hilarious. My own video popped up.
Back journalism. Take a look at this. This is CBS News.
So this building right behind me here
CBS. CBS.
9 hospices, and it's the most extreme case of hospices that are all clustered together.
There we go.
So this building right behind me.
Big is a pedo. Hold on, dude. Let me see. Because I always fucking do this. There we go. We'll go to that one.
Nick Shirley has...
Did he... Fuck's sake, he didn't, dude. Oh, wait, is this it? Fuck. Did they not? Bro, why didn't he fucking link the video in his own thing? I don't want to see.
Apparently brought something big back. Let's take a look at
Agency, hospice.
Can you come back?
Just
Nick Shirley has apparently brought something big back. He's brought
CBS tried to discredit Nick Shirley, and they went and did their own investigation and found fucking fraud. Like
Medicare,
state and the federal government, it's becoming restrict on many businesses, and I'm all for it because at the end of the day, you and I are paying for all those things that are.
Like.
I don't hear anyone moving.
Where's the
I'm gonna
bananas?
save this to the fucking playlist. I'm gonna save that shit to the playlist so that way I don't have to fucking dig for it for goddamn 30 minutes. Put that in the watch later playlist. Fuck. Oh my god, dude, that was gonna drive me fucking crazy.
Of course, shifted massively into the Republican column back in 2024, and they have been shifting away from Israel over the last 4 years. But
Let's
here's
go,
the thing.
bone anger.
You want to talk about unexpected? Perhaps no number I have seen is more unexpected.
There's another really big issue, and here's the main reason why.
That's exactly what it is, too. It's because they don't want you to fucking find it. You're absolutely fucking right. They don't want you to find it. That's why it was so hard to find. That's why I like a lot of these topics. Whenever you try to, why I try to find them and I have very little success in fucking refinding them, it's because they try to bury it, dude. They don't want you to talk about it because it's a counter argument to whatever bullshit they have. Per the usual. But they proved him wrong, bro. If they proved him wrong, then why did 60 people get fucking thrown in jail and all pled guilty to fucking fraud? Like, dude, like what? Come on. It's so stupid.
Like Israel.
Stupid.
I actually don't think in a way that like are like related. Civilians are anti-Israel.
The Israel plus side of the ledger at plus 9 points.
But we ain't getting nowhere with this. Let's move on to Fox. What a fucking waste of time that shit was, bro. What is this?
Key from it. All right.
Omar, we know who she is.
All right, thank you, friends. Fox News alert: the U.S. military flexing its muscle in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S.
There we go.
Enforcing its blockade on Iranian ports. This as we await word on a new round of peace talks. Good morning. I'm Dana Perino. Bill Hemmer is off. My other favorite Bill is here.
Good morning.
Great to have you.
Good to be with you for another week.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I'm Bill Malugin. This is America's Newsroom, and we're getting some new video from CENTCOM showing U.S. Marines rappelling onto that Iranian cargo ship and seizing it in pitch black conditions. The U.S. says it disabled that vessel after it tried to break the U.S. blockade. Iran calling that seizure, quote, armed robbery, and says it will retaliate.
Hey, you retaliate, and then Israel goes back to bombing you, and America goes back to bombing you, and then we just start bombing you again.
All of this coming as we...
By the way, they stepped away from the table and are no longer doing peace talks prior to this. They weren't at the table talking with America. They had already stepped away, so...
A potential second round of U.S.-Iran peace talks in Pakistan.
Lucas Tomlinson is at the White House, and Rebecca Heinrichs is on deck with analysis. But let's first go to the region. Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. Good morning.
Dana, good morning. Overnight, CENTCOM announced U.S. forces seized an Iranian-flagged cargo ship that was in the Gulf of Oman and breaching the naval blockade. President Trump also announcing the seizure on Truth Social, saying, quote, the Iranian crew refused to listen, so our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Right now, U.S. Marines have custody of the vessel. The ship remains in U.S. custody. Here's what it sounded like when the guided missile destroyer, the USS Spruance, warned the cargo ship before firing.
Vessel Tosca, Motor Vessel Tosca, vacate your engine room. Vacate your engine room. We're prepared to subject you to disabling fire.
Well, there you go. You should have done it, huh? They told you not to do it, and you did it anyway, so now you're getting fired on. Big surprise.
Other vessels were turned around over the weekend, complying with U.S. orders. The incident came 24 hours after Iran's IRGC fired on 2 vessels trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz in violation of the ceasefire. Now,
look at that. So what? They fired on vessels that were trying to go to America, and then America did the same thing to their vessels? Whoa! Wow, it's almost like America's not starting any of this. You walk away from the fucking peace talk tables after you cry and bitch and complain that America's not wanting to go to the peace talk tables because we're going to sit here in a stalemate for 2 fucking weeks before we go back to bombing you. You step away from the fucking table, you bomb some of the ships that are supposed to be going through, and you claim that the Strait of Hormuz is open, yet you're firing at ships. And then big fucking surprise, we shoot at your ship, and now you're saying you're going to retaliate? Then do something, pussy, or shut the fuck up.
U.S. orders. The incident came 24 hours after Iran's IRGC fired on 2 vessels trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz in violation of the ceasefire. Now the question remains if a broader agreement will be reached this week. The ceasefire is set to expire.
Yep, gaslighting at its finest.
I spoke with President Trump over the weekend, who told me if the deal isn't done, the deal that we made, that I'm going to take out their bridges and their power plants. He went on to say if they don't sign this thing, the whole country is going to get blown up. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson held a press conference this morning indicating that Iran has not agreed to attend talks in Islamabad, Pakistan.
All right, I'll pull them up. I love that y'all know that I'm always monitoring the chat, so y'all don't even have to say it. It's just like, pull him up. In like 2 weeks, sir. Is your blanket keeping you feeling better about your war? You are losing loser. This is what war looks like. Welcome to the dumbest thing ever. It sounds to me like you're just sad that you're losing, huh? Here's what I think should happen. They should continue bombing the fuck out of Iran until the IRGC surrenders to the people, so that way the people can systematically kill them like they did to the people. That's what needs to happen to them. I won't consider this a win unless Trump absolutely decimates the IRGC and the regime that is currently terrorizing Iran. Plain and simple, broad as fucking day. I need to switch the battery. Come on, piece of shit. Best investment I ever did was getting more batteries for this damn thing. Best investment right there. Boom. Good to go. Oops, wrong thing. And then... Oh, what the fuck? That ain't it. Hold on. Let me see. Sony, right here. Droid, and then ZF1. Boom, done. Problem solved. Does this work still? Oh shit, hold on.
Tomorrow, and is currently...
Yep, still works, cool. That's what it sounds like to me. You still clacking away on your keyboard and on the chat? Yeah, you sure are. Let's not distract from Trump being in files. I am 47, by the way. I don't care how old you are. Okay, Trump's in the Epstein files. What's your what? There's nothing in there that condemns him. How is it that they've released hundreds of thousands of these files, millions of these files, and none of them even condemn Trump once? In fact, if anything, they show Trump turning in a pedo. Is that all you guys got to fall back on? That's it? Y'all getting bombed into oblivion and you ain't got nothing else to fall back on? You're right. He is the 47th president. Oh, sorry. You said you're 47. So I've got this guy in my comments who's 47 that is telling me that I shouldn't think that Trump bombing a nasty terroristic regime that has systematically oppressed the entire Middle East for 47 years. So I shouldn't be talking about the 47th president bombing the fuck out of a civilization that screams death to America for 47 years? You in the wrong chat, pal. You were in the wrong place. I'll preach it like it's God's great work. His lights are off. I'm scared. I changed my camera battery. Guys hosting this channel is a child. I'm a 31-year-old ex-firefighter. I went and saved people's lives in burning buildings. I've done CPR on people. Like, what have you done for your community other than advocate for a terrorist regime that's inevitably going to use nukes to terrorize the entire world? What have you done for your fucking community? Have you done anything for your community? You even worked at a soup kitchen? Like, what have you done for your community? As all you got is just calling people names and stuff? Like, bro, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go, man. It's obvious you cooked, man.
Reviewing U.S. proposals.
We witnessed that the United States insisted on bad faith and violation of the ceasefire. All of this is evidence that the United States apparently does not show seriousness in the diplomatic process.
Reports indicate top IRGC commanders are in control not only of the negotiating table, but also any sort of military response that could come if the talks fail. Dana?
Trey Yanks, thank you.
I love that we're quote-unquote losing this, yet the new leader that's running all this shit is too much of a fucking coward to stick his head out of the hidey hole where he's dug up in. We're the losers, guys. Man, oh man, don't you just love to see it? Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it?
Democrats say President Trump's threatening strikes on Iranian infrastructure, including power plants and bridges, could amount to a war crime.
You have the president, as you pointed out.
Because, I love hearing from somebody that's not even American what a war crime is whenever we're attacking a foreign country. I love it.
Threatening to destroy all power plants.
He should do it. He shouldn't be threatening. He should just do it. He should just do it.
I didn't think we would ever get to that point.
When he posts things where...
Bro, this has to be a joke, right? This surely is a fucking joke. I'm being fucked with right now. I'm being fucked with. I have to be getting fucked with.
He's going to commit genocide and he's going to, bomb bridges and civilian infrastructure. That's a violation of international law.
Really? So whenever World War II and World War I happened, I guess those are all genocides, right? So the retaliation that they had towards the people that were fucking attacking them, like the Nazis and shit, and what we did to Japan, that's a genocide. So I guess we have to now subsidize their entire fucking life, right? That's what you're saying?
That's
what the fuck are we,
would you agree it would be a violation of international law to blow up a bunch of civilian infrastructure in Iran because Iran did not agree to open the Strait of Hormuz?
That is. Yeah. They should be thankful we're not dropping nukes on them. We should be cracking the goddamn sun over their civilization every single day the IRGC doesn't submit to the U.S. government. That's exactly what we should be doing. It's called a war, fucktard. You don't know what a war is? You need it to be defined for you? You know who rewrites history books? And after a war? The victors. Victors write the history books.
Incorrect.
Joining us now, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett and former State Department Deputy Special Envoy Eli Kohanen, who comes to the U.S. as an Iranian refugee and came here. Greg, is this a war crime when we blow up the bridges and power plants?
No, that's silly. It's not a war crime to attack power plants, fuel sources, bridges, other key infrastructure. Anything, Brian, that...
You can't align yourself. If you are lining yourself up with terrorists that are using ambulances to capture a downed pilot and putting military equipment in schools and hospitals because they're going to try and cry, oh, war crime, war. You can't align yourself with these people. I'm sorry, but if you build a nuke underneath the school, maybe you shouldn't have put the bitch there. You know what I'm saying? Like what we just gotta fucking cease the all fucking, it blows my mind. The level of just straight up dissonance. You have to, the mental gymnastics you have to go through to try and justify some kind of weird shit with this fucking war crime is just insanity. Oh, well, it's a war crime to bomb a civilization. Bitch, we did it back in fucking World War I and in World War II. What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Directly or even indirectly supports an enemy's military capabilities are permissible targets under the common rules of law.
Exactly. The crime is them marching all these civilians around the infrastructure so that way if America blew it up, they would be casualties. So they could sit there and preach more bullshit. I wonder how many of those people were down there because they had a gun placed to their fucking temple that morning. How many of them were forced to go there and stand in front of that infrastructure?
They serve a civilian function. They're called dual purpose assets. They are not protected by any international treaties. Trump critics who claim otherwise.
If there's a treaty that tells you can't blow up infrastructure to win a war, then that treaty needs to be shredded because it's garbage. It's fucking trash. Oh, we're just going to make nukes and scream death to America, but our treaty says you can't do anything about it. Fuck that treaty. Shred that motherfucker.
Played the sound bites. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand history or law. For example, during World War II, the Allies bombed German fuel plants and power structures. It crippled the Nazi war machine. Toward the end, 90% of their planes were grounded, tanks halted. Did it impact the civilian population? Of course it did. But it is nevertheless an acceptable tactic in every armed conflict. It does not violate...
They're doing it to Israel. They're sending in ICBMs into the heart of Israel and populated areas. They're carpet bombing Israel. What are you talking about, war crimes for America bombing them? Bro, they're literally using, like, carpet bombing is illegal. It is a war crime. Like, what are you doing,
the
man?
Geneva Conventions and the Hague regulations, as long as the targets serve a military use or operation, which is certainly the case here.
Ellie, it's just amazing.
That's right. In war, there is no rules. You know who makes rules after? You know who makes rules for war? People who win after realizing how horrible things were that never had to fight in it. When you're in a war and you see your friend's head get blown off next to you, you start thinking, I wish somebody would crack the sun over this bullshit right now. When you fight a war, like, you fight a war not only to survive it, but to win it. You're literally fighting for your own fucking survival. Everything is off the table. Like, you flip that table upside down and do whatever it takes to come back. Like, what is this fucking disconnection? Oh, well, you know, how dare they bomb Iran? Why don't they just send over Trump on, like, cavalry style and boots on the ground? It's because they don't have to, dumbass. It's not our fault you live in a fucking Stone Age. Why should we? We should just keep bombing you until you submit. The fuck? Like, what do you think this is? The 1800s? Like, dude.
Are actually trying to convict our president when he got this terror regime aiming at the Gulf states. Out of the 2,800 plus shots at the UAE, drones and missile strikes, almost all of them were against civilian targets in energy and desalination plants in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia.
Exactly right, Brian. Look, this is a country with a 47-year history of being the world's leading state sponsor of terror. Yep. And they have the blood of thousands of Americans on their hands. So I think the Democrats have completely lost the plot if this is what
their plot is doing as intended. They want America to fall. They hate, like, these are a bunch of people that have come from a foreign country that want to systematically oppress and dictate Western culture as we know it. They're working as intended, but they're getting caught, and now their voter base is being deported. They're fucking panicking and they're desperate.
Concerned about right now. But Brian, I want to discuss on the negotiations that are, I believe, about to take place, and I think that the Iranians are posturing when they pretend they're not going to come to the table. The deal being offered to them is incredibly generous on the American side, because what it offers them, Brian, is that every man that's left standing and is alive right now is being given the opportunity to continue to live. And so the Iranian leadership, whether it's the political leaders who we are in conversation with or the IRGC, they would be wise to take this opportunity, accept the American terms, and really pivot from running a rogue terror state to a normal nation state. This is their last chance. The president has made it perfectly clear to them that this is their final opportunity. And I would say that our blockade has been incredibly effective. I've heard the reports just before we came on about Pakistan advising President Trump to end the blockade. And if I were advising the president, I would say, no, we should exactly continue the blockade.
If you got people that are mad at you, that means you're saying and doing the right thing. If you got people that are mad around the world at you, you're doing the right thing.
Been very, very effective in bringing the Iranians, because they are so close to financial collapse, and it's a huge leverage that we have. And I hope we'll continue enforcing the blockade, even through a deal as a source of enforcement of any deal we might sign.
All right, guys, thanks so much. A lot going on, and it is the other definition of fluid. Appreciate your insight.
Yeah, they getting cooked. They getting fucking cooked, bruh. All right, we're gonna nose over to Midwest Safety. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Right here. Okay. Right here. Right here. Let's do this one. Oh, wait. No, this one. This one right here. I want this one. This is the one I want. Cops running into a burning house. That's my territory right there, boyo. That's my shit. There, maybe.
Were sent to a home on Northridge Road after
That's loud.
one saying her brother was armed with a knife and threatening to kill her.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm telling you right now, because I'm gonna kill you. I'm telling you.
She had barricaded herself inside her bedroom, unable to escape. When officers arrived, they began searching the outside of the home, unaware that inside something far worse was already beginning.
All units from Northridge Road, Unit 42. Female advised she opened the bedroom door. She saw the male. He does have a 40 in his hand coming towards the door. We've had her close it, lock it, get the closet.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Stand back. I'm grabbing my rifle.
Come on. Damn it. 42914. She's advising it was a handgun.
She said back door, right? This is the back or the front?
I think this is the front. 42.51. The bedroom located in the house.
Damn, that's a nice house. Is that a trailer? That actually looks kind of like a trailer. No, that's a house. It's got gutters.
Come out with your hands up. Come to the door. Hands up.
How about we have her open her window? I think
this is
I think she's on that side of the house.
42. She's trying to say she can't open the window. The only window in the room, and there's an air conditioner in it. We're not sure how she saw you.
All right, I'll cover this side. You get that side.
I think she's in this room.
Oh yeah, it's got the AC thing right there.
Smoke alarm is going off.
As officers surrounded the home, the suspect had already ignited a blanket inside the house. In an instant, the situation shifted. Officers were no longer dealing with just a hostage. They were now racing to save her before the growing fire cut off any chance of escape.
You hear an alarm in the house?
Damn, that's her brother doing this shit, dude. What the fuck? I guess you just expected to forgive him because he's blood, right? Sure.
I'm just going to go to the door.
All right.
I think I saw someone through the window.
Hey, I smell smoke. The alarm is going off. 42, I do smell smoke coming from the house. The fire alarm is going off inside.
42, clear, starting the fire. Affirmative.
Yep, there's a fire.
Damn, how big is that fucking house, man? Shit.
The fire. Dude, I'm going to kick it. Ready? Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Drop it! Drop the knife!
Back out, back out, back out, back out! Back out!
Oh, shit.
Hey, drop the knife!
Hands up!
Drop the knife! Where are you? Stay, drop it!
Man, get that motherfucker.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Well, maybe you should have done it, jackass.
Fired, shots fired.
Help me! It's around my leg!
Shots fired, 944.
Get the knife.
Help me! It's around my leg! Oh my god! Oh my god! We're getting out.
Jesus, man.
I got him just in time. Let's go sit in the grass, honey. It's the house is on fire. We're gonna get you away.
Damn!
Okay, come here. Come on, we're gonna get him.
Careful, careful. You all ready?
You good, man?
Yeah. It's still moving. Do you have a gun? No.
No.
Knives down.
No.
That was the rifle
He had
there.
two knives. He had two knives.
We're gonna get him out of here. We're gonna lose this house. We gotta try to rid the ring. That sounds bad. We gotta get out of here. I just need to move.
All right.
You're gonna try to get him out of here? We're gonna drag his ass out of here.
What the hell are you dragging him out of there, man? What the fuck?
House is going up fast. Oh, God. What's going on? He just went right after her, dude.
Okay. Blood, blood, blood. It's gone.
Let's sit down for a second. You've been through a lot, okay? You're safe.
Damn, boy.
You're stabbed anyway.
No, you guys got
Do
in
you mind,
just in
do you mind
time.
checking your... Let's go. Let's
Oh my
walk,
God.
honey. We're going to have the squad come and meet you. Okay? It's okay. You've been through a lot today, okay? I'm so sorry that you were going through this, okay?
Where's the fucking fire department?
They're here, okay? They're meeting us at the end of the driveway. She needs checked out.
My house is on fire.
She more worried about her damn house, man. That's what I'd be worried about too. I'd be like, yo, my house, man. My house.
They have him inside. The house is on fire.
Please hurry.
Yeah, honestly, like,
Everything they can, okay?
where the hell's the truck at? Woo, man, look at that fire creeping across. Damn it. Bro, that's the worst thing you want to come into is whenever the fucking ceiling catches, too. Because if that ceiling manages to get into the crawl space, if it starts catching in the crawl space, that house is cooked.
Who's shot?
I don't think either of us shot.
Everybody is out of the house.
I think you're
Bro, what are y'all doing? What the fuck?
The female shot. I got him twice on there.
She may be shot.
No, shot him. We fired together.
Mine.
We had an engine that looked very similar to that, even the same coloring. Jesus, man, that is like insane.
Your house or your brother's?
Mine.
She had.
That black and white. Usually it's red and white
No, it's your officer.
with the white stripe.
Say she. I wasn't sure if it was who were you talking about.
Yeah, I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God, my house!
Hey, we're worried about your safety, okay? Your house is replaced.
My house is fine. Shit, put the damn fire out, man.
Okay, you fine?
Shit. I don't want to lose my damn house either. I mean, I almost lost my life, but I didn't. Damn, dude, like,
Insurance?
oh my God, bro. Insurance? Man, what you think insurance grows on trees?
Okay,
What the fuck?
That's not so important right now. Okay, look at me. You just been through
You
something
don't
crazy.
understand.
I get it.
No,
Come on,
you don't. 2 years ago, I lost my husband.
Listen, you can't go back in the house. Look at me. Look at
I'm
me.
going
You
up
can't
here,
go back in the
okay?
house. You can come a little bit closer, but you're not going back in the house.
What the hell's taking them so long? Put it out.
They're doing what they can. They need you to stay back. They can't do
I'm
their
gonna
job
go
for you. Come sit over here.
No, they're not going to use foam on a house. No. Foam is too expensive to use on a house. Foam is for like chemicals and shit. That's what they primarily use foam for. Like if there's a gas, like a power plant, fire or something, and they got a whole bunch of chemicals, they don't know what the hell it is, then they'll use foam.
If you're in the way, okay? Because you're the priority.
Or another good example, one that you might actually see a lot of is if they use foam in a garbage fire, because they don't know what's in there that's combustible, or like a dump truck, not a dump truck, a fucking waste management truck. Usually they'll use foam on that because they don't know what's in there that can catch.
You have them send units to shut down Northridge Road, north and south location.
Foam has very, very specific applications.
She had 2 knives. I don't know where the other one went.
I think it was in the corner somewhere. But he had them around her right after.
No, that was a good call on you. Because, you know, they said there was an air conditioning unit on that window. And then I saw that one. I could hear the alarm.
Let's go! Yo, represent, boys. Let's go!
With the knife. I had to shoot him.
I'm so happy the police are having to deal with that. Let the firefighters go in there and do what they trained to do. You know what I'm saying?
Stay over here. They got to work on him. They're trying to save his life. Please stay over here.
You don't give a flying fuck about him. He tried to kill her. Shit. She thinking about her damn house, man.
Shot him in the head. He's dead.
We still have to render aid.
Oh my God, dude, based.
Please stay over here.
Ah.
Stay over here. They got to work on him. They're trying to save his life. Please stay over here.
They
okay?
shot him in the head. He's dead.
We still have to render aid. Okay?
1, Unit 13.
Let him die.
Okay, but please.
Oh my God. Oh, bro. Oh, I can't. Oh, man.
Stay over here, okay? Look at me. Just sit down.
House, no.
Oh my God!
Oh, dude!
My family thought it was a great idea after my husband died.
How are you injured?
I'm fine.
Oh, fuck! Bro, I
Time.
can't.
He's gone, isn't he, right? He's gone.
I don't know yet. We're working on it.
He got shot in the head.
Yeah, but I don't know. Right now, we're still working on it. Squad's showing up, okay?
Let him go. He's a miserable human being.
Dude, what?
Showing up, okay?
Just let him go. He's a miserable human being. Oh my God.
I just went through the same 2 years ago. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know we went in through this door.
Holy shit, bro.
And I seen
Just
that other
no
door
fucks given, bro.
As soon as we got through here, cleared the corner, went around, I seen him throwing blankets on the fire, and it started going up. So we kicked the door. He was standing there in the corner with these 2 knives, and then he said something like, "We're both gonna die," or "Someone's gonna die," and he took off and charged the room where she was.
Okay. Yeah. I just I'm glad he was here, because that would have gone differently.
You good?
Yeah. Glad you're here.
Bro, I looked at the map and saw you were the only one close. I sent her a chat. Hey, I can get him.
I was like, of course it's me.
Oh yeah. I know.
It's always me.
I wasn't gonna leave you hanging, dude. I was trying to think the fastest way, but
Glad you guys are okay.
Yeah,
seriously.
It's his blood. She wants cleaned up and said that she's in shock.
I just got down on that.
Are you actually
I can't walk.
No, she's not.
No.
Okay.
No.
How much you how much you want to make a bet she denied going to the hospital? How much y'all want to make a bet she refused to go to the hospital?
This is the one that you said was shot, though?
No, the other. He's down there.
No, he's down. That was my brother.
Okay. Where are you hurt at?
She doesn't think that she's hurt, but that his blood's on her, and I think she's in shock.
They got him just at me. I just need to get his blood off of me, and I just got to cut down
Go
there.
right on over here and sit on the cot where you got away. Pull it out.
when can I turn this off? In case I want to let my wife know or anything like that I was involved in something.
Just turn it off.
Okay.
I need an inhaler. I kept mine at home. I was in that room a little too long while all the smoke was coming in.
Yeah. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You guys had a
What kind of fire? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shit, a white fire truck, dude. What is that?
Oh yeah. You guys had albuterol?
Yeah, we got all that, but give it to you. We're going to the hospital.
What the hell they bring the ladder truck here for? What you gonna do with a ladder truck?
I'll be alright.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
We can absolutely.
I'm
gonna leave you guys with him.
Not going to the hospital, so.
You want us to at least check you out or anything?
No, I was just in the smoke a little too long.
Okay.
So.
If you start feeling really bad, dude, like.
I know. I was just precautionary. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, change your mind. Come find us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
My battalion. He said we'll deal with the admin and stuff if you want albuterol. He said we won't worry about the hospital if you want one.
Please?
Yeah.
Is it gonna cost me anything?
No. Shouldn't. My battalion just said, I told him, I was like, I'll clear with you, and he goes, go get him, we'll give him one.
Yo, W Fire Department, let's go. Bro, getting hooked up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's about to get that good shit.
Is it gonna cost the county anything?
Not that I know of. After you need to take a seat.
It just burns.
Yeah. Yep, you'll have that.
I was hoping for like just a little inhaler.
No, we got a little,
Nah, bro, you about to get the good shit.
Yeah. A little bit longer lasting.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Puff on that a little bit. Nice deep breaths.
Woo, that's good shit right there.
Firefighters arrived within minutes, but the home was already heavily involved. The fire spread through the hallway and into the bedroom, leaving the interior almost completely destroyed. The Ohio
Oh boy, damn.
fire spread through the hallway
look
and
at
into
that.
the bedroom, leaving the
Hey, look
interior.
at that. Damn. Look at that. Shit, bro. I'd be pissed if I was her too, man. Son of a bitch. Bro.
You're almost completely destroyed. The
That
Ohio
sucks.
State Fire Marshal determined the blaze had been intentionally set. Investigators
yeah.
documented a lighter inside the home and extensive fire damage near the wood-burning stove. Officers pulled Douglas Plott from the burning room and carried him outside to medics. Despite immediate treatment, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Plott's sister, who was rescued,
Bro had a... Whoever shot that, man, whoever pulled that trigger, it's a damn good shot. Damn good shot.
Rescued just in time, survived with no life-threatening injuries. She was treated for smoke inhalation and minor injuries from the assault, and now faces the long process of recovering from the trauma of what happened that day.
I think that lady's gonna be just fine. I do. I think that lady is gonna be perfectly fine. She seems like she's got a really good head on her shoulders.
In her interview, she explained that plot had her around the neck, leaving officers with only one shot they could take. As she put it, I don't blame them. If they didn't do that, they basically saved me.
You got a woman in shock, a house starting to burn, and a moment where there are no do-overs. This is the part a lot of people don't see. At 2 minutes and 54 seconds in the video, that's not just movement. That's a decision made under stress.
That's the shit I be talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about all the time when it comes to, like, on-the-scene stuff. Like, being able to, as a cop, you should be able to do basic things like CPR and be able to administer drugs like it. You should be an EMT. Being able to immediately start CPR and administer drugs because you have them in your vehicle can mean the difference between life and death. It can. Like, seconds matter. Every second, or even half a second, matters when it comes to this.
With a life directly in the line of fire, no reset, and no one stepping in to fix it. But here's what stood out to me. This situation changed rapidly because it was no longer just a hostage. Now it's a race against a fire that's closing in, and that pressure stacks up. Now, officers do train through high-risk scenarios, based exercises designed to force rapid decisions under extreme stress to protect life. And you see that training carry through even after the shot stopped. Dragging the suspect out of a burning house, knowing the outcome. That's not impulse, that's discipline. That's training overriding emotion, because the job doesn't end when the threat stops. In moments like this, training is the only thing that shows up on time.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So you got the police academy, you got the fire academy, you got the EMT. Like, you gotta pull through that shit. Okay, so we're gonna do the, what time is it even? Okay, cool, we ended on time. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and we're gonna do the after stream, where we react to the nature. We look at the nature for like 10 or 11 minutes. I will see you boys in the nature stream in a couple minutes. W gifters, W donos, W memberships. Let me see here. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. The fuck is? Where is? Oh, you piece of shit. Hold on. 50. Right here. There we go. Found it. Okay. Okay. Play it. Let's go. Oh shit. W constant viewers, W viewers in general. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are doing a great job. Y'all are completely destroying it. That's the wrong mouse anyway. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to stay away from crazy people. They might change you into one of them, and then we'll be making fun of you. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Actually, I'll see some of y'all in a few minutes. But the ones that don't show up to the after stream, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, boys. Stay safe. W chat.
Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on.